made a lot of mistakes in our life. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here? We made a lot of mistakes in our lives. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here?
Beautiful nightmare, right here. But only good attention, share the hearts pure. We just want that real love, is that too much to ask? They say when you the best, you ain't gotta flex. These youngins, they hungry, ready, kill for a check. Just a stone on the gram, I guess they want respect. But I just want your appreciation. Take a second, listen, this life that I'm giving. Family for the mason, the most out who I'm chasing. Try to imagine the amount of demons that I'm facing. Ain't gotta come from the streets to know about real pain. You ain't gotta put my dirt on front street for me feel any shame. Most of my life being a piece of shame, shame to admit it. It is what it is, I'm numb to their opinions. Sister used to look up to me, now it's like she barely knows me. We used to be so close, now she barely hugs me.
We made a lot of mistakes in our lives. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here? We made a lot of mistakes in our lives. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here?
No, they try to make pedophilia a legal thing. Men on boy love, that's such an evil thing. Every nigga wanna be real, okay, I be a man. Every chick wanna settle down, but bet he got a plan. How can you say you love me, but never show it? I'm sorry, mumble rappers prefer real music. These cops still killing us even though they know it's wrong. Rappers ratchet these pieces, how the fact they soul is gone. And the devil lies so much you know his nose is long. Yeah, double cup of that Henny, what you think it's for? Ooh. That throne is for the taking, yeah, they taking long. Ooh. I guess I'm just that author they been waiting for. I told them be patient. You can't rush greatness. I can't wait to see that smile on my own face. When I make it.
We made a lot of mistakes in our life. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here? We made a lot of mistakes in our lives. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here? From here. They don't wanna see us winning. They don't wanna see us make it. Haters out here, stay on hating. Ooh, where do we go? Where do we go? Yeah. We made a lot of mistakes in our lives. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here? We made a lot of mistakes in our lives. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here? From here. We come.
Yeah. What up, y'all? It's your instigator, narrator, better known as Crash. Here, live show, nigga, No Sugar Radio, kicking it with the squad.
Already though.
But anyway, we got a dope show for y'all. Before we get into it, passing on to my right, please let her know who we kicking it with.
Oh man, don't mind him. His tooth is messed up.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Todd.
We just gonna skip over top of that one right there.
A whole gap right there.
What's going on, y'all? We live at No Sugar Radio. It's your girl Fly Ty the Promoter. Follow me on Instagram. Visit my blog, whoisflytythepromoter.com. You already know.
Damn. It's your boy King Action. You can find me on Instagram, _King Action, _. You can Google me anywhere else. I'm here. Let's get it.
Yeah. It's my turn. All right.
Not yet.
It's like, no, last but not least, you got your boy Mr. Boss Up Young. Officially, Mr. Boss Up Young. You get what I'm saying? You are now kicking it with my boy Two Castle Productions in the background. You get what I'm saying? And you are now rocking with the host of No Sugar Radio. What's good?
What's good?
How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Levels right.
Levels was right?
The Christmas time.
Right.
You know,
we are in December. It's the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm looking like a snack on here, yo. I'm just saying.
Oh,
because you eat Oreos and shit.
Don't snack on the mic, though.
He's eating Oreos and shit.
I'm just saying, I like the way I look. You feel me?
Well, we got a dope show. Wow. We got a dope show. We got some great topics. We got some hot topics, new music. We coming crazy. We got a good guest coming in. You know. Mm-hmm.
Word.
Should we? Yeah, we already put it out already. So his name is Crazy Montana. He should be live here.
Crazy Montana.
You know, in the couple of he should definitely
building.
be here. We gonna let y'all know when he come through. But we got a great show. So let's just jump right into it. Let's not even wait because we ain't got time.
All right. so yo, we gonna go right into it because we gotta, we are action packed and we like to explode on people. So here's the thing, right? I was listening just the other day. I was listening to an artist named Joyner Lucas. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Joyner Lucas.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't know, if you ever heard of any of his songs, but this guy is very, how would you like to call it, conscious about what it is that he writes. Very specific, very calculated in his messages. And so he dropped a song recently called I'm Not a Racist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that song is
I heard
causing all sorts of chaos, mass hysteria online on both sides of the fence as far as his take and how he went about the song. And so I think that in order for everybody to understand what we're about to get into, you need to listen to the song so that you can understand where this man went with it. I mean, we can't give you the visual aid, but you can watch the visual on your time.
Well, you can watch it. I'm gonna post the video up on. Yeah, I'm gonna post the video up on our like page.
Awesome.
So y'all can tune in with us.
Yeah.
On No Sugar Radio.
We're gonna listen to this song right now, and then we're gonna talk about this song because I feel like
We
just gonna talk about it. We're gonna listen to this song, and then we're gonna talk about it.
So y'all know, like when people start talking politics, you get what I'm saying, especially when it impacts our demographic. Everybody want to partake in it. I mean, Eminem came out with that right around what was the BET Hip Hop Awards when he started speaking all consciously. Kendrick Lamar, he's one that's always doing it. You get what I'm saying? But I really think, man, before we get into it, if y'all have not heard the song, make sure you tune into it. Make sure you go to No Sugar Radio, our like page. Make sure you like it. Ty's in the process of great post the link very soon so y'all can check out the video.
Posting it right now.
You get what I'm saying? Go in there, follow us, like us, add us. Check out this song though, but we want y'all opinion on that, man. Be a part of the conversation, man.
We gonna spin this song for y'all right now, and then let's get it.
With all due respect, I don't have pity for you black niggas. That's the way I feel. Screaming Black Lives Matter, all the black guys rather be deadbeats than pay your bills. Yelling nigga this and nigga that. Call everybody nigga and get a nigga mad. As soon as I say nigga, then everyone react and wanna swing at me and call me racist cause I ain't black. Well, pound that then. Talking about slavery like you was around back then. Like you was picking cotton off the fucking ground back then. Like you was on the plantation getting down back then. Alright. Look. I see a black man aiming his gun, but I'd rather see a black man claiming his son. And I don't mean just for one day and you done. I mean, you still trapped in a rut. And I work my ass off and pay my taxes for what? So you can keep living on free government assistance, food stamps for your children, but you still trying to sell them for some weed and some liquor or a fucking babysitter while you party on the road cause you ain't got no fucking goals? You already late. You motherfuckers need to get your damn priorities straight. Wait. It's like you proud to be fake, but you lazy as fuck. And you rather sell drugs and get a job and be straight. And then you turn around and complain about the poverty rate. Fuck out of my face. You can't escape problems. You can pray for some change, but can't break a dollar. Got nobody else to blame, so you blame Donald. They fucked the world with a Make America Great condom. My boy's been back. I'm not racist. My sister's boyfriend's black. I'm not racist. My sister-in-law's baby cousin Tracy got a brother and his girlfriend's black. My head's in the cloud. Heard there's not enough jobs for all the men in your house. Maybe we should build a wall to keep the Mexicans out. Or maybe we should send them all to the ghetto for now. I'm not racist. And I never lied, but I think there's a disconnect between your culture and mine. I worship the Einsteins, study the Steve Jobs, but you ride Tupac's dick like he was a fucking god. Oh my God. And all you care about is rapping and stunting and being ratchet. And that's the nigga within you. Music rot in your brain and slowly start to convince you. Then you let your kids listen and then the cycle continues. Blame it all on the menu. Blame it on those drinks. Blame it on everybody except for your own race. Blame it on white privileges. Blame it on white kids and just blame it on white citizens. Aim at the vice president. Watch your class clowns. Niggas kneeling on the field, that's a flag down. How dare you try to make demands for this money? You gon' show us some respect. You gon' stand for this country, nigga. I'm not racist. I'm just prepared for this type of war. I heard Eminem's rap at the awards. Who's he fighting for? Y'all can take that motherfucker too. He ain't white no more. It's like you wanna be so famous. You'll do anything for attention and a little payment. I can't take you nowhere without people pointing fingers. Pants hanging off your ass, you ain't got no home training. Put your fucking pants up, nigga. Put that suit back on. Take that do-rag off. Take that gold out your mouth. Quit the pitiful stuff. And then maybe police and stop killing you fucks. Yo, what the fuck? I'm not racist. It's like we're living in the same building but split into 2 floors. I'm not racist. But there's 2 sides to every story. I wish that I knew yours. I wish that I knew yours. I'm not racist. I swear. With all disrespect, I don't really like you white motherfuckers. That's just where I'm at. Screaming all lives matter is a protest to my protest. What kind of shit is that? And that's one war you'll never win. The power in the word nigga is a different sin. We shouldn't say it, but we do, and that's just what it is. But that don't mean that you can say it just cause you got nigga friends. Nigga. That word was originated for you to keep us under. And when we use it, we know that's just how we greet each other. And when you use it, we know there's a double meaning under. And even if I wasn't picking cotton physically, that don't mean I'm not infected by the history. My grandmama was a slave, that shit gets to me, and you ain't got no motherfucking sympathy, you pussy nigga. I'm sorry, you can never feel my life. Tryna have faith, but I never feel alright. It's hard to elevate when this country's ran by whites, judging me by my skin color and my blackness. Tryna find a job, but ain't nobody call me back yet. Now I gotta sell drugs and put food in my cabinet. You crackers ain't slick, this is all a part of your tactics. Don't talk about no motherfucking taxes when I ain't making no dough. You think you know everything, but you don't. You wanna copy our slang and everything that we know. Try to steal black culture and make it your own. Whoa. Fuck, I'm exhausted. I can't even drive without the cops trying to start shit. I'm tired of this systematic racism bullshit. All you do is false shit. This the shit that I'm false with. And you don't know shit about my people. That's what bothers you. You don't know about no fried chicken or no barbecue. You don't know about the 2-step or no loose change. You don't know about no 2 chains or no Kool-Aid. You don't know. And even though Barack was half as black, you hated President Obama. I know that's a fact. You couldn't wait to get him out and put a cracker back. And then you gave us Donald Trump, and I was payback for that. I'm not racist. I never lied, but I noticed a disconnect between your culture and mine. Yeah, I praised Tupac like he was a fucking god. He was fighting for his life way before he fucking died. Nigga, die, nigga. And all you care about is money and power and being ugly, and that's the cracker within you. Hatred all in your brain and slowly start to convince you. Then you teach it to your children until the cycle continue. Blame it on Puerto Rico, blame it on OJ, blame it on everybody except for your own race. Blame it on black niggas and blame it on black citizens. Aim at the black businesses. I ain't saying I'm innocent, but I might be any day now. Treating everybody how you want in any way how. I swear North Korea about to bomb us any day now. And now I'm ducking every time I hear a fucking plane now. Shit. You know I make a lot of sense, but you just can't admit it. When Eminem went against Trump, that was the illest. Cause even though he's white, he let us know he's standing with us. I'm not racist, but I cry a lot. You don't know what it's like to be in a frying pot. You don't know what it's like to mind your business and get stopped by the cops. And I know if you about to die or not. You worry about your life, so you take mine. I love you, but I fucking hate you at the same time. I wish we could trade shoes so we could change lives so we can understand each other more, but that'll take time. I'm not racist. It's like we living in the same building but split into both sides. I'm not racist. But there's 2 sides to every story, and now you know mine. Can't erase the scars with a bandage. I'm hoping maybe we can come to an understanding. Agree to disagree, we can have an understanding. I'm not racist.
What you think about that?
Ladies first.
Well, I'm about to say
Ladies first.
That question was
No.
directed
Don't
to
try to throw it on
no. The question was directed to you because we've heard it.
Ladies
Apparently.
So
Yeah.
All right, so tell me your thoughts. Y'all heard
first.
it.
Ladies first.
You
the one who heard it
you
just
wanted
now.
to pop your cherry with it right now. You feel me?
Yo,
So
we not gonna talk about that. First off, I don't really hear myself like that, so you're gonna have to,
man.
turn me up because I don't hear myself. All right, now I'm better. Don't try to lower my damn mic. What's wrong with you, Crash?
man, we just trying to get the noodle popping. You feel me?
As far as his message goes, I feel like he got his message across. As far as him letting us, like, he's checking us on what it is that we, as a community, as black people, we go so hard with saying that, everyone's against us, everyone's this, that, but we're doing it within our community, and we're not trying to fix us first before we start blaming other people. So I get that. There's still something in me that don't like that nigger.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's when he's saying it, I still feel a way because how he's saying it, not because of his skin color. Because anybody that calls me a nigger and they're black or white still makes me feel a certain type of way. But I understand his logic of saying it because he's trying to prove a point when it comes to, y'all saying this, but y'all doing it in your own community. So how you expect one to not call you what you're acting like? So, I mean, I don't know. That's his opinion. That's everybody is subject to their own opinion. I mean, the song is definitely a great message to pass along. I do like the fact that if you guys looked at the video, you can check out No Sugar Radio page and watch the video itself. I do like the fact that he has, an African American male actually in the video as well, stating, so that way, that's stating the facts as well. And it just shows both sides, and the fact that they came together with an understanding on like, okay, you checked me, now I'm about to check you. Now we understand why we're mad at each other. This is how.
So where do we go?
Yeah. So where do we go from here? Because we can be mad at each other for centuries. We can be like how it's been. We can be mad at each other, for decades. But if we don't come up with a solution, that's all it's going to be is hatred. It's going to be hatred towards one just because of skin color. And I feel like someone needs to come to that common ground and basically state why they mad. Because I hate when people say, get over it, slavery's over, or get over it, the whites are going to be, well, fine, let's kind of find why we mad. Because some people don't know why they're mad, period. So if we find a solution to why it is that we mad, then it probably wouldn't be as much, racism out as of right now, instead of just going off of what my fellow black man said. I'm mad because of what he said.
Right.
So we're not like hitting the source. Like, why are you mad? Like, tell me why you mad, and don't just listen to your fellow black man, or your fellow black woman. Yes, be strong for your race and be powerful and be, I'm not knocking that. Like, be black power, white, white power. Do what it is for your race, but at the same time, don't just be mad because the other individual is mad, because we weren't living back in those times. So, you really can't get mad over something that you didn't live through. You're living right now. Yes, we can be, we can have an opinion about it because our ancestors have went through that, and we can have our own opinion about our past. That's our, but so can, the Chinese and all the other races out there. You know what I'm saying? So we're not the only ones that suffered through slavery. There's other race right now to this day that's suffering through their own type of slavery with, it being dictatorships in different countries. So we're not the only one. But I think because we're in America and we feel like we're being targeted, makes it a big issue, and then the media doesn't make it any better either. So I mean, my opinion towards the whole thing is, he's being an artist and putting out a message in a song, which we need that message, because I see that it got over millions of views, and I'm pretty sure that he touched the youth when it comes to that, and the youth saw that video. So if they can look at that and see, get mad. That's the whole point. Get mad in the beginning. But understand, listen through the whole thing before you start judging him in the beginning. Like, get mad, get frustrated, but then understand that, there's always a reason why things are happening, and it's getting worse now because us as people, black and white, are taking advantage of the fact that it's easy to say nigger or nigga, and somebody it gets to them. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to say that and start something and not actually go to the root of the problem. So if you don't really know your black history, I mean, I feel like you shouldn't be talking, period. You should, educate yourself before you start talking shit. That's my thing.
I was great.
I like it because of the message. That's it.
I was great piggyback on that because you touched on a lot of good things that I want to try to top in one. Like, not saying that our people don't have any reason to be mad about anything that happened before us in history, but a lot of people, especially this generation that coming up, they don't know why they're mad. You get what I'm saying? Like, for them, being mad is a trend. Being, being disrespectful or, just being, racist or just not liking white people, whatever the case is, it's a trend for them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, so just like you said, when you listen to the beginning of it, a lot of people probably only heard the first version, like, yeah, like that's what, like, oh no, not understanding or really understanding the interpretation of what Joyner was trying to put out there. Like, he gave out two sides, white standpoint, black standpoint, and it's not even just our generation of kids, but you have the other cultures that's growing up not knowing why they're mad. Some of this anger is being taught. Right. You get what I'm saying? It's being taught to hate outside if they're not your complexion. You don't have to do, like, they're being taught white privilege and stuff like that. Right. You get what I'm saying? They're being taught to be superior. So when you hear this, and if you wanted to just run a few of these videos together, like Eminem's video, Joyner's video, and anybody else who has something that's racially profiled or, from a political standpoint, using it in hip-hop context, if you merge all of these together, you'll kind of have your own history channel of what's going on in the communities or what's going on. But a lot of these kids, they're growing up, like, I think I mentioned this before. Somebody even told me they don't know how Tupac even played a contribution to our hip-hop genre, why we keep, trying to bring Yo back to life, basically. Mm-hmm. And it was a young person, you get what I'm saying, who grew up in the 90s, or who was born in the 90s and grew up in the early 2000s. You get what I'm saying? Like, Tupac was before their time, but back to this, like, when you listen to it, you have to hear both sides of what Joyner is trying to put amongst us, because, white people are saying this and saying that, and they feel this way, and they look at us like, oh, well, you guys don't have anything to be mad about. They don't understand what we go through. They don't understand the harassment. They don't understand, right. Us being overlooked in job applications due to the next person. Right. Or matter of fact, like, prime example is the guy on my job who black dude, been there about 11 years. You get what I'm saying? And he gets paid based off his experience.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Making good money. Then you had an inexperienced white guy that come, and he gets paid $3 more than a guy with no experience. You get what I'm saying? Like, so when you sit there, if that was me, I mean, I would pretty much be pissed as well, because I earned that because of the knowledge and experience that I had, the background, the training, like, and the longevity that I've put in. I've earned that. But then somebody comes here and gets paid more than me with zero experience, and you can call it what you want, but because of complexion.
Now, would you be mad if that person that came with more experience is not white and he's Chinese? Would it be the same type of anger? Because that's the whole root of it. Is it because he's white that you angry that he got the position, or if he was a Jew or a Chinese or even? Well, you
can't really say a Jew, because like when you go fill out job applications, they say either white, black, not Jew or Italian. You're either white, black, right, or whatever the case is. You get what I'm saying? Like, if it's not black, it's white. If it's not white, it's whatever demographic you come from.
If he was Hispanic without his citizenship, would you be upset? Or with his citizenship? Or is it the fact that the person that got that job has made
to be honest, I would still be upset for the simple fact of it's not that he got the money. Like, I put the time in. I traded my time for the dollar amount. You get what I'm saying? The longevity. And I saw fit that if I stuck around long enough and continue to excel in whatever position it is that I'm in, then this would be the increase. You get what I'm saying? Like, I would be appreciative. I worked hard for this. That's like you doing 8 years in college or 10 years in college to get your master's, and if somebody fresh out of high school, because of who they know, they get a master's with no 10 years or 8 years of experience of college that they had to go through. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, Blaine, like he want to speak. Go ahead, Blaine, speak.
No, he said go through 10.
Whatever. Did I not make sense right there?
No, I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying? Well, let's shut up. But no, like, you get what I'm saying? When you put the work in, you should be paid according to what you're worth.
Right.
Mm-hmm. according to what you're worth. You can't have me train somebody at entry level and have them make more than me.
Right.
But see, to me, that's how a lot of jobs are now. It's all about that skill set. Like, if you come in with, I get what you're saying, as far like somebody who doesn't have that skill set. Because I even have the problems at my job now, where though, you got, these new guys coming in, but they're coming in with skill sets. They're coming in with that drive to get work done. Right. Where you got these older guys that put in years, and they like, they have these opportunities in front of us, like, they don't have that skill set. Right. They don't have that drive like these newer, younger people coming in. And these younger guys, they come in, they take these jobs, whether it be white, Hispanic, whatever. And these older guys, they're getting pissed off. I have seniority. I should have been next in line. You should have been. But you didn't step up and upgrade your skill set, upgrade your knowledge, and so forth and so on in order to obtain this job.
I'm glad you said that, because that segues right into what the fuck I was about to say. I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second, because everybody, we always like to, reference to one side of the issue. But what about all of the other things that were said? Like, you know what I'm saying? The reality of it is a lot of that shit that's said is a reality.
Right.
You got black men that don't take care of their kids.
That's
a
true.
fact. That's not an opinion. That's a fact.
And a very high rate.
And a high rate in America. That's a fact. You have black men that refuse to go out there and get work or to go to school of any kind, whether it be just to go to YouTube University. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They don't even sign up and subscribe to something that's free to educate themselves on how to become a better man in this society, knowing how to play the game. You get what I'm saying? Just because you refuse to partake in white privilege or the way that the world goes doesn't mean that you don't play the game, because you're going to lose every time by saying that, I don't have to be this way, black power. What the fuck does that mean at the end of the day if you can't fucking survive? Right. You have to play the game. You have to learn how to play the game by the rules that are set there. And those rules were set before you came along.
And I think there's a percentage of African Americans that use that excuse to why they can't get up and get a job and why they can't take care of their kids. You can't say, I'm not going to take care of my kids and you're upset about women being on public assistance and you don't like the president. That's kind of contradicting. Like, if you take care of your kids, that female wouldn't be on public assistance. So that way, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you get a job and you want to be the next president, then we won't have people like Donald Trump. But because you want to be lazy and don't want to go to school, don't want to get a job, don't want to do anything, you honestly, I feel like you don't have the right to speak about anything when it comes to politics, when it comes to, women and how they raise their kids. And then on the flip side, when it comes to women who downplay guys who are, black men who are taking care of their responsibilities and they're just being a bitch. Like, there's a lot going on in the African American community that we just don't want to face, and we don't want to,
She's busy doing this.
Yeah, we pointing fingers, but we don't really want to, fix what's in our community first. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, Troy, like it is taught within the home. It is taught because no one out the womb says you can't be great. You can't be the next president. Like, but if you look in some households, there's a lot of parents who you ain't shit. You gonna be just like your father. You gonna be just like your mother. And then now you installing it in that little girl or little boy's head, and now they really start to act like who you told them they're going to be like. And now you're mad. Like, it's like you can't get mad at somebody calling you a nigger if you're sitting there and you're acting like one. And
you doing nigga shit.
You being ignorant as shit. Like, you don't care.
You don't want to work. You don't want to work. You don't want to pitch in for the community. But all you want to do is just add negative shit, sell drugs, inflict all the bad things in the community. And that's basically that to me. That's my opinion on acting like a nigger. You're not helping society. You're out there harming us and not trying to build your communities. And it starts within the little communities. Like, you can't just be out on the streets and then feel like you have an opinion on every single thing, but you're not helping us. You selling drugs. I mean, if it's legal, then maybe that'll work because you're getting taxed for you're helping the economy, you're helping us. Like, but if you sitting out here, and it's always those people. I don't know if y'all notice, but in my hood, it's always those people who don't do shit all day, got everything to say Like, they got a million things. They got an opinion about Trump. They got an opinion about how cops treat black people. But the minute they boyfriend go upside their head, they calling 911. Like, shut the hell up. Like, you shouldn't. Like, it's a lot of things that I see. It just contradicts what some people are saying. Like, I will call the cops on you. Da da da. But you don't like the cops. You out there. You out there doing the rallies and doing dumb shit. Like you probably not even at a rally. You're probably not even protesting. Those are the people that probably didn't even vote. Like, or don't even know how to vote. So it's a lot that
or why they should vote.
Tabernacle.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. Like,
Church.
Right.
so it's like we're powerful. We're powerful with as a race, but we need more public figures or more adults to let the youth know, because at this point some adults is just a lost cause for them. It's just a lost cause. They already stuck in their ways. They already you know what I'm saying. So it's really hard to kind of persuade them to think to think the right way, you know, and be logical, be honest with yourself. Like some people don't want to self-reflect. You know, some people don't want to. You know, what have you contributed within your household first? That's number one. Then outside of that, what have you contribute to the community? Do you go to, you know, to all of these elections within your community? Like, do you get involved too? A lot of people don't do that. So you have so much opinion when it comes to now it's time to vote, but you don't even watch the elections. You don't even know. You just voting because your next door neighbor said that they're going for this person, so you're going for it. Some people just don't have their own mindset and their own opinion. They following everybody else, and this trend is killing us at this point because no one has a mind of their own. There's some black people that voted for Trump. Not saying that was the right thing or the wrong thing, but there's some people that voted because they had an opinion. They're going based off of either their household. Because you can't get mad if somebody's going off their household. Like for me being in construction, I'm going to vote for somebody who's pro-jobs.
Right.
Because that's how I eat and that's how my family eat. I'm going to vote for somebody who's looking to build within the community, because if not, then I might lose out on income. Like, so I think it starts from within. That's
the truth. That's the truth. Like,
you know, pro jobs and school systems. That's my thing. Pro jobs, school systems, what is the solution though? Like what is the solution? I think it starts with, you know, the school systems, the media, because they push all this shit too. You know what I'm saying? They push all this shit and they make it worse for, you know, his message got out there because of the people. You know what I'm saying? Like his message got out there because of the people. We need more people to put a message out there. Just how they got pro-black movies and pro-black, you know, public figures. We need to start pushing those people that have a message, regardless if you don't like the message. If some people don't even like the message because they just
don't like the person. Like it but if somebody else, and that kills me too. Like, because there's many other people. Like, I don't know how many videos I've seen, maybe not in an artist form, in a musical sense, but people speak on these very things. Right. And when you go, let's say on Facebook, for instance, just it's so bad on Facebook. You got people like that. You have women, for instance, women who talk about things, you know, on both sides of the house when it comes to, you know, ethnicity, when it comes to, you know, just man-woman relationship, things like that. And you have the same men and women go on there and bash them and take them down like they're the enemy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. But somebody like this drops a song or something like that. This same artist or whoever comes out says the same thing. Now it's like, this is royalty. This is the law. This is the word. Like, and we need to follow that. What the fuck is the difference? We're all human, right? So if they're saying the same thing.
I don't know if you guys remember, there was a college boy that came out with after the whole Trayvon Martin situation. He came out with a video basically saying the same thing, how we killing each other and it starts within our community. And he went viral as well. But because he was a black boy and he was a black boy, nobody really made a big deal out of it. But he mentioned, you know, the whites, the blacks and everything. But because this guy put out this song and he's white, it's a huge problem because he's white and he's saying the word nigga. But we had the same African American boy say the same thing after the Trayvon Martin thing, and they both had the same message. We can't fix anything until we fix ourselves. The message was the same. Like, And I think people look so much into, like, if we don't have any visual anything, no videos, no nothing, no Instagram, no social media where you can tell a person's race. If he's saying that and we just listen to the song, I think a lot of people opinions would have sway a little bit more because they don't have a visual. But because they listen to the song and now they see, oh, he's a white man, he don't have the right to say nigger. Why he don't have the right to say nigger? Because you say it.
Right.
It's in the dictionary.
Like, what? Right. Why he don't have the...
And that's the part that trips me out, because I know a lot of people that feel that way, and they'll sit there and tell you quick, I'm not racist.
Right.
But yet you
or
get
they start
mad.
off by saying, I'm not a
I'm
racist.
not
Y'all
a
about to
racist
drop
person,
verses
but-
right now?
I mean, they do that. Like, I'm not a racist person, but you're white. You can't say nigga.
But once you say "but," you're racist. Like I'm
Exactly.
not even, because at the end of the day, we all have bias. So you know what I'm saying? For anybody that says that, oh, I don't ever judge anybody, I don't ever judge anybody. First of all, you judge everybody. Judges everybody.
In
You
some way,
judge
shape, or form.
everything in some type of way, shape, or form. So you know, it could just be a bias of the environment. It could be a bias of the type of people. It could be a bias of whatever. But we are all biased to some degree, and so you know, there are people that are blatantly biased. Right. That's the shit that I would rather somebody actually be blatantly biased to me than to be undercover. Why? Because it's easier to deal with somebody that way. It's easier to respect a person that can state their views and how they feel, because like he said, you can agree to disagree. You get what I'm saying? Right. You give me the opportunity to have that conversation with you, to agree to disagree. And now if we go somewhere else with that, or if it gets physical or something like that, at least we had the conversation.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? We didn't duck and dodge the conversation. We didn't make it seem like it wasn't something that needed to happen. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, and then what kills me now is, so you got people responding and reacting to this video,
right?
And the reactions have been crazy. It's just
real
like
crazy.
You know, you got people making their own versions of the song.
Right.
You got people coming out and their own versions, and they're not saying anything any different. It's just like they're picking sides, and it's like it's not a side to pick.
Because what is the excuse? You being a black man and not taking care of your kids, like you mentioned in the video.
What
What is your
say?
excuse?
And
You know,
right.
like, what is your excuse? First of all, let's dissect.
Let's address that. Like,
Let's dissect each bar. Like when he said, "You a black man not taking care of your kids." Who else? You know what I'm saying? Like, not the people who taking care of their kids. Kudos to those guys that do that. Now, for those who don't take care of it, what is your excuse? Is Donald Trump the reason why you're not taking care of your kids?
Ooh.
Because he just came in election.
Right.
You haven't been taking care of little John and them niggas for years. Like
since the 99 and 2000s.
right? So
You know what I'm saying?
you out here, you know, blaming it on everybody else. Like, oh, Trump. Oh, he's trying to Trump. Stop using that as an excuse. Man the fuck up. And what's the real reason why you not taking care of your little one, your offspring that you put, that you laid down? Trump didn't lay down with her. You did. Like, so I think a lot of African Americans, they see a little excuse and they run with it because they want people to overlook the fact that they a shitting ass nigga or you a shitting ass female. Like, we still see you ain't shit. So even when he leaves like office, then what? You still ain't gonna be shit. Like, he's in office for 4 years. Can you get a bachelor's degree while he's in office, so that way you can make a difference when he gets out of office? Like, but some niggas don't look at that. Like, and then they get mad.
It's too much work.
It's too much work. I don't want to do that. You know,
It's fucking free college in New York, motherfuckers.
Right.
Goddamn, wake up. Shit.
Or they might say, I can't go to college because I'm on child support.
Well,
Whose fault is that? How do you fucking get off child support? Why don't you fucking take care of your kid? Oh, shit.
Right.
Wow.
Take care of your kids. Do something. So, I mean, I get the message. You know, I'm siding with the message because we do have a lot of fixing as a community and as a race. We do have a lot of fixing that we need to, you know, to nip in the bud. But there is a lot of injustice going on within the world. But
and that won't be overlooked either.
But that's not going to be. Yeah, we're not saying that that's right. But there's what are we gonna do first when it comes to us? Like, yeah, there's injustice, but the same way y'all went out there and rallied for Meek Mills, y'all could go out there and rally for other shit. Like, you know, don't just rally for things in the entertainment world. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's not all. That's not everything. Like, if you feel like healthcare is a big issue for you, and there's rallies in your area, in your state, in your community, go out there and rally like you rally for Meek.
Right.
It's the same thing. Like, if you feel like the criminal justice system is fucked up, go get a degree. Go try to make a change. It starts with one person. You know
Go be a fucking cop. The same thing that y'all avoid. Y'all don't like cops, so be the fucking good cop that's gonna fucking come out there and make a change.
Because there's a lot of good cops and bad cops. There's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, people look at one bad cop in the police department and call that whole police department, oh, it's a racist police department. That's one bad apple. Yes, they say it spoils the bunch, but at the end of the day, you have a lot of police officers who do community beats, who actually walk the streets in bad neighborhoods, you know, and it's not just black neighborhoods that's bad. There's a lot of white neighborhoods that get crazy. That's really bad. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter about the people living in the neighborhood. There's actually police officers out there that's participating in sports. That's, you know, I just found out that there's a lot of volunteer firefighters versus firefighters on payroll.
It is. And
I didn't know that
that's
shit.
How they do that.
I'm like, people are fighting fire to volunteer.
Yeah, that's the new thing, and it's been like that for a long time.
What
like,
I actually had a friend that's doing that right now.
Because the reason being is because it's easier for you to solicit in the community for people to do something to step up in that nature. And when it comes to fire and like EMS, things like that, people want to help people. They do. They naturally. It's a natural thing to want to help people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, what way can I help somebody if I don't have those attributes? If I don't have the speaking attributes? If I don't have the face or the figure? What can I do to give back to my community? The easiest thing is to go fucking volunteer for the fucking community fire service or the community EMS. Like there is so many things that you can do.
And like you were saying, Troy, with the job situation, I think it's I don't think it's America that's affecting like places like your job or Walmart or something like that. It's the people that they put in those positions, those hiring positions. And there's nothing wrong with communicating. We get so angry as a people that we forget how to communicate. Like, if you feel like something is wrong and that's not fair when it comes to your workplace, there's laws that you sign in the beginning. So many people just be so excited about the job, they just start signing away. There's numbers, there's things in those pamphlets when you go to orientation at your jobs that you can call if there's any type of discrimination. And the ones that nobody ever read. I got the job, I'm gonna just throw it away. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like something is wrong, there's always somebody over somebody. Start knocking down doors, but do it in a way where you can conduct yourself as a professional, and don't just go there and be like, "Why the fuck this white nigga got? Why the fuck?" Da, 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 da. And now you're using all type. Now they don't have to talk to you. Now you put yourself in a position where you can now get fired because you don't have any status in the company.
And you know what? They expect you to react like that,
right?
Because
you know
that's the norm.
That's the norm.
They expect you to act like that.
That's a norm, and that shit is crazy. But you know what I'm saying? And it's easy for us to, you know, we could sit here and toss this around all day long, but at the end of the day, it's like you said, Ty. We have to come up with the solution, and the solution comes through communication, a real conversation, not like, oh, we're gonna do this on TV. You don't have to do it for the TV. You don't have to do it for the media. It's not for media. Media is not gonna be what solves the issue. You get what I'm saying? Media only influences the people that have no knowledge of anything and don't want to seek knowledge.
Right.
That's so me not watching TV, that's how I figure out what else is going on. But everything else that I do my own research. You know what I'm saying? So like,
that's that word.
You know, I do my homework. So I'm never going to come to a conversation and at least not know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't want to be that one. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be that guy.
Overall, it's coming to that understanding, period. I think that's the first solution is, instead of, oh, he's mad at me, so now I'm mad at you. No, go understand why they're mad at you first.
That individual, because everybody has their own circumstances and their own life. Like we don't know what some of these, Caucasian folks been through either. Exactly. They grew up in places like, just because in the South they lynch and do things like that, down there they raping these little girls down there, and it don't matter what color skin you are. They raping little girls and little boys in the churches and shit. And that happens all the time, and that's predominantly on the other side. We don't know how they grew up. We don't know what happened with them. So when they are angry, you have to be able to understand where they're coming from. I'm not saying that you have to accept it,
right?
But
just
you have to understand. Like, listen, this is where I'm coming from. If you don't like what the fuck I'm saying, fuck you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Just like the Holocaust and everything. Like when they talk about, oh, I was in the Holocaust and da-da-da-da, my ancestors, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing as the slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like, go understand where these races and like where these races, like what they go through. Because we can sit here and say, oh, well, oh, y'all didn't have it bad as us. Y'all didn't have it bad as us. How
You
do
don't
we
know
know?
that.
How we don't know? I really, honestly, I don't know because I wasn't there. I wasn't born. Like, I don't know how bad. I can only read what was put in the textbook and what the little bit of documentary stories that we do have. If it's not tampered with or edited
exactly.
or all of this other shit. So
all based off of people's opinions. It's not
Right.
even based
Right.
on facts. Like it's based
someone
on
who
other
actually
people's
lived it,
opinions.
which
yeah,
is
so
very rare now.
that's why I find it very informative to speak to someone who actually is still living, the 90-year-olds, because they can actually tell you
Right.
exactly what went down, how you can look at their fingers, the African Americans that actually pick cotton, and you can see that their hands been through a hell of a lot through decades, and they can tell you. But these books, we can only read them and have our own interpretation of what it is, like have our own visual. But some of these kids nowadays don't even have an imagination, so when they read these books, they're just reading. They're not even trying to even
Oh my God, I gotta read a book.
like they're not even trying to put it all together. So
Right, they
I
just
mean,
trying to get through it real quick.
right,
I gotta finish this homework.
right. So you mean we can go all day about what's fair and what's not fair, but what we do know, what the facts is that the numbers are real. There's a lot of African Americans that's not doing what they're supposed to do. You shouldn't be mad about biracial couples when some black men and some black women aren't putting forth that they're not doing their part when it comes to dating their own race. And then some people get mad when Spanish people stick to their race and don't go outside of their race. There's a lot of Spanish people who don't like to date outside of Puerto Ricans or Cubans. They like to keep it in their race because they feel like they got to build within. It starts with them first. And it could be other reasons too, but the fact is they understand their background. They understand their history. They understand, like, I think we're probably like the number one race who have a lot to say, but we don't understand shit about our history. That shit is embarrassing.
And we
though.
don't do shit.
It's embarrassing, for real. Like, it's really embarrassing. Like, I've run into people who say, yo, the Jews own everything in New York. We can't get nothing. The Jews own everything. Did you go to a real estate class? Don't say the Jews own everything, because they own everything. Why? Because they sat there and they saved. They bunched every fucking kid in their house and they put in 2-bedroom apartments and they saved up all their damn money. Everybody in the house worked. But when they come back home, they got cots. They got instead of bunk beds, these niggas got triple beds.
And
Like,
sleeping beds.
because they're saving money to buy another house to keep. You know what I'm saying? They know what they're doing. They have a plan. And the more we get into, and I'm not saying that we're extremely bad at this point, but there's a lot of young entrepreneurs that are coming out right now, which is a great thing, because now we're seeing that we can do it too. You know what I'm saying? And that's a great thing. So I don't want to focus so much on the bad people. Because there's not a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a lot of bad people, but when it comes to the African American community and how many entrepreneurs and business owners that are arising right now, I feel like that's fucking great. Like, that's great, because now we're understanding that the same way that they got the money and grind and hustle, we can do the same thing. So, for those of you who want to look at the video and want to have comments, just message us. We'll send you the number so that way you can call up. Check it out, because it's definitely a video. It's definitely a video that you can have a lot of opinions about. But
but listen to it with the intention to understand.
Listen to the whole video first.
Yeah.
Don't call if you ain't listened to the whole video.
Check it out. Really, study it. Break it down for yourself, and whatever it is that you get from it, take that home and do something about it, and do something with that for you and yours. You know what I'm saying? Right.
We gonna head into this next track. It's called Nothing But Time by a rap artist called Wolf. You can follow him on Instagram. WOLEISOUT. Check this out. It's called Nothing But Time. No Sugar Radio.
It's Dre Knows.
I got nothing but time on my hands. I've got nothing but time on my hands. If I fail once, then I try again. I got nothing but time on my hands. I'ma go get it, no one stands in my way. I'ma win, didn't come here just to play. Hard as steel, but my father made me from clay. I won't never quit until I see the day. Lay me in the ground, I promise I won't stay. I'm like, Jesus can't keep me in the grave. Even that's a cost that's already paid. Don't tell me where I'm going, I know my fate. Give me the world, I can carry any weight. If you say I can't, I'll take it all away. Don't believe me and I'll put it on display. Call me Lee, cause I'm not afraid. I've been everywhere, I can't stay in one place. I'm the wolf man, I can't be tamed. I'm not here to make it onto Broadway. I'm just here to make money and spread a name.
You see, salvation has been promised to me. Nothing brings me down because I know the day is coming when this hell will all be over. And while I wait, I work hard every day because that's what he has called me to do.
What can I lose? It can't go through. Once my feet come loose, I can do what I got nothing but time on my hands. I've got nothing but time on my hands. If I fail once, then I try again. I got nothing but time on my hands. I got nothing but time on my hands. I've got nothing but time on my hands. If I fail once, then I try again. I got nothing but time on my hands. I got.
It's out of line now. Dre just killed the beat, that's a crime now. I can keep it clean if I try it out. Got no rolling on me, but a lot of time. Whoa. Nothing but some time, I got hella plans, yeah. Got no Yeezys on me, I got hella fans, yeah. Sell it by the facts, never by the gram. Come on, kill them off, we got hella jams, yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. They sleeping, we stay up. Make moves, no time, we come up so quick. They know that we stay up, yeah. Grind hard, always gotta grind hard, yeah. Work smart, so you never try hard, yeah. All my bros, we came up from nothing. Took a lot of time, turn it into something, yeah. I got too much on my mind. I got nothing but some time, baby, that's wrong. But just tell me that it's right. We can keep it tight, no problem at all. No problem at all. Tell me that it's tight, yeah. I ain't got nothing but time. We just try to make it right.
I got nothing but time on my hands. I've got nothing but time on my hands. If I fail once, then I try again. I got nothing but time on my hands. I got nothing but time on my hands. I've got nothing but time on my hands. If I fail once, then I try again. I got nothing but time on my hands. I got nothing but time on my hands. I've got nothing but time on my hands. If I fail once, then I try again. I got nothing but time on my hands.
What up? We back, y'all.
That was smooth.
I like that.
That was-
Shout out to Wolf. Follow him on Instagram again. His Instagram is WOLFEISOUT. Wolf is out. Wolf with an E at the end. Shout out to him. Nothing but time.
That's a really dope
Dope.
track, though.
What?
Definitely is.
He got nothing but time on his hands. Wolf, Wolf, come on. You
Yeah, you
gotta
ain't doing enough.
Ask him how much time it takes
Come
to
on,
make
Wolf.
that.
Come on. You need me? Nah. Come on, Wolf.
Maybe it's a message for everybody else. They got a lot of time now. Ain't doing nothing.
Nah.
That's funny, yo.
That's crazy.
Yeah, for everybody else.
Yeah, but what's going on with this Russell Simmons stuff, man?
So your boy, Mr. Rush Card himself. My man Rush. Man, Russell Simmons, he's actually stepping down from all of his companies amidst all of the sexual harassment accusations that came up recently.
He ain't got far to step down.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, he got a lot.
That's a lot.
He got a lot of
He
bread.
got far to step down.
And I don't know. Like, I don't know how to take it because we all know as bosses, like, you know what I'm saying? And he's been in the game for a very, very, very long time. His work ethic is probably unmatched in the music industry when it comes to the longevity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's been around some of the greatest artists ever.
Yes.
And at a time like this where it seems like all of the celebrities that have been around for a long time is being accused of sexual harassment from way back when, it's kind of ironic how it's happening now to all of these iconic, you know, celebrities, African American celebrities at that. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to me, like how that works. Like he had a little excerpt. I sent it to you so you have it on the big screen so you could read it. Just read a little piece of that excerpt. I put it in the in the thing. You read a piece of that so people can understand like where his mindset is when it comes to that.
I actually pulled up a little bit earlier.
Yeah, just read that little excerpt.
Well, do y'all think he actually did it though?
I don't know. I can't speak on that.
Now I'm gonna say that. I know you never can speak on it. That's why I said it. To be honest, I wasn't there. I'm not one of the females that he touched on or rubbed on or whatever. But I'm gonna say, you kinda are guilty when you start apologize because he did apologize. You get what I'm saying? He did apologize for the situation, and most people, they're not going to just willingly step down if they see no wrong that they've done. You get what I'm saying?
Not really, because when you a public figure, you kind of have to take on that role in order for it not to drag out.
Yeah,
like sometimes your staff, your people that's behind you tell you it's in your best interest to
let us take it from here.
Yeah, like let us take it from here, and you plead guilty to whatever allegations that.
That.
Sometimes that's what happens. I mean, because at the end of the day, when it comes to the world viewing men touching on females, it's a big group. It can destroy you if you don't. He might not know. He might not have known that this was gonna come out now. Just how back in the days the sexual harassment thing was still visual, but now it's becoming an epidemic, and females are taking the old stuff and bringing it back up, and they don't mind. Like the world is eating up everything when it comes to like sexual harassment. You see it in all the politics that's going on now, and everybody is claiming some type of sexual harassment suit. So we wouldn't know if it was true or not unless they had witnesses. I'm not too sure on the story if they had witnesses there at the current time that it happened, but
I ain't gonna be Kanye. I'm gonna let you finish saying what you're saying. Now, going back to what you just said, man, fuck that. I am not saying if it's me in that situation. You get what I'm saying? I'm not pleading guilty to shit that I did not do. Right. Like I don't care what's in the best interest. I am not going to jeopardize my character to publicize a statement and say that I'm guilty if I know I'm not guilty. I'll fight that tooth and nail for what I built.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like Def Comedy Jam, Def Jam. All of that, Def Soul, Rush Card, all that shit is his.
Right.
I'm not stepping down from shit. Like, and I just looked at
Baby Fat.
Yeah, Baby Fat too. Fat Farm. Like all of that. Right. You get what I'm saying? I actually just read up on it right before we aired. I read up on that HBO actually decided to remove Russell Simmons' name from anything Def related. You know they just had that 25-year Def Comedy Jam celebration, right?
Yeah.
They just removed his name from anything Def Comedy related. I'm not pleading guilty for shit that I did not do. I don't care what's in my best interest.
So
if I know I'm not wrong, I will fight that tooth and nail for what I built. And if if I lose that, then everything that I built is going down with it. Nobody else is going to have the privilege to claim what I built. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to tarnish my brand's name or anything that I've done for something that I did not do.
Right. Well, let Blaine go through this real quick.
So I'm gonna read this little excerpt from what his statement, and it's kind of sad when I'm gonna read it. So it says, "I've been informed with great anguish of Jenny Lumet's recollection about our night together in 1991. 1991. I know Jenny and her family and have seen her several times over the years since the evening she described. While her memory of that evening is very different from mine, it is now clear to me that her feelings of fear and intimidation are real. While I have never been violent, I have been thoughtless and insensitive in some of my relationships over many decades, and I sincerely and humbly apologize. With that, this is a time of great transition. The voices of the voiceless, those who have been hurt or shamed, deserve and need to be heard. As the corridors of power inevitably make way to a new generation, I don't want to be a distraction, so I'm removing myself from the businesses that I have founded. The companies will now be run by a new and diverse generation of extraordinary executives who are moving the culture and consciousness forward. I will convert the studio for yoga science into a not-for-profit center of learning and healing. As for me, I will step aside and commit myself to continuing my personal growth, spiritual learning, and above all, to listening. So, to me,
he understands.
He
He understands as a black man. He has kids. All of those businesses. They're not going to be tarnished. You know what I'm saying? Like they're still left for his daughters. You know, he understands if he fights this through, he might lose.
He's going to lose
everything. So at the right time, Russell Simmons is old. Like, you know what I'm saying? Russell Simmons is old. So him stepping down and not being the face, he in this statement, he didn't say that he was guilty. What he's saying is his recollection of that moment wasn't what she said. But at the end of the day, he's not just working for himself. Like he has other empires that he's helping those people feed their kids. So he can't just think about Russell Simmons. He has to think about his empire and what he built. Like if he decides to keep this going, fight, I'm pretty sure she's getting the payout too. So I mean, if he decides to keep this all going, it's gonna hurt him. It's gonna hurt his kids. It's gonna hurt his employees. It's gonna hurt their families. It's gonna trickle down. So, do you be selfish and continue to fight, or do you realize that I could possibly lose the empire that I worked really, really hard for, and my kids went through the long nights of me not coming home, this, that, like. They have a whole empire that they can keep up with. He didn't state who's going to be running the empire, but I'm pretty sure his daughters is going to be the front line of everything.
Man, it's just a fucked up situation all the way around. Like again, we weren't there. We don't know what the fuck happened in 1991. I just got out the titty 2 years prior. You get what I'm saying? So, like, real talk. I'm going to just keep it 100, though. Like, but if it did happen, then, yeah, we got to be sensitive to the matter. But if not, at the end of the day, all I can see when it comes down to all these sexual harassment claims, all it is extortion.
Right.
It's extortion. People want the payout. And if you're getting paid on the back end, you still don't got to go publicize. You don't got to publicize it. You get what I'm saying? Like, because, like, one, you're going to get the payout. You ain't that damn distraught. You ain't that
and
damn.
And you wasn't. It was 91.
And you wasn't that
Y'all
damn
were
distraught.
adults in 91.
Back in 91, having a flat ass didn't even matter. So I'm pretty sure you was cool with that back then.
There's a lot of malicious.
You get what I'm saying? Like, so, like the man, like I feel like if he did not do it, don't indict yourself and say I'm guilty to protect your brand. You get what I'm saying? Like, fight that tooth and nail. Like, again, he might lose a lot of stuff, but Russell Simmons also has money. He can pay for the legal aspects of it. You get what I'm saying? Like, those residual checks is real.
Right.
I mean, like even if he wanted to put a brand on fire for that, go bankrupt in that particular brand. You ain't got to go bankrupt in all of them.
So it's like you have a case where they're saying if you just pay her out, step down.
What does she really want?
It doesn't go any further.
That's the question.
Or if it goes further, she can take X, Y, and Z of your empire, ask for more of a payout, and then now you fucked, and now you took from your kids. I mean, when you get to that level of fame, you have to weigh your options. Like,
I would be locked up.
Just how we was watching the Chris Brown and stuff, and I seen that like 3 times, and I'm like, why did he plead guilty if they both exchange blows, but understanding where you at as an artist and how much of a public figure you are and how much of a mentor you are, that you have a whole camp behind you. It kind of messed up his image a little bit, but everybody still bumps Chris Brown to this day. But if he would have kept fighting through this, first of all, the women empowerment domestic violence group was going to
Right.
take his whole head off. Like,
Right.
so accepting what part you played, fuck what she did, accepting that you did fire back when she slapped you or when she did
Right.
whatever. So I think is more so accepting that I did have some type of sexual relation with this girl. I'm not too sure if it happened or not because it was in 91, but I do understand that something happened. So he's bigger than her. So if they were on the same level of financial level, I'm pretty sure he probably would have fought it out. But Russell Simmons is up here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
maybe I'm not on the financial aspect of that, okay? Maybe I'm so sensitive to the situation like it because I realized in my own life, and we can go back to 94 or something like that, when I was in school, I was accused of sexually assaulting 6 girls. I only got 2 damn hands. You get what I'm saying? Like, I was and I'm not trying to make light of the matter, but I was accused. I wasn't even in school that damn day. Of the day that it happened.
right.
You get what I'm saying? All because I didn't like a girl who liked me back. So I'm sensitive to the situation. Like, if he did not do it, don't plead guilty. Like, but if he did, then you got to own up to it, and it's coming out now, whatever the case is, though. But I don't like malicious shit.
Right.
Like, you knew who he was prior to it. You've probably seen the potential. You know what I'm saying? Like now he says his recollection of what happened that particular night doesn't match what she says. And it could have been on one, and that's how it was in my situation. Whatever happened didn't match what.
And remember, Russell Simmons was married in 91.
Yeah.
So him having this affair with this woman also brings up other dirty laundry.
Yeah, it will
You know
bring
what
up
I'm saying?
a lot.
So
what do
he's
the
committing
question
adultery
is, what
at the
do
end
you-
of the day. So you're wrong. You're guilty.
Right. So it's like, what do you really want? Is it because
Or
Russell's-
what did you want that made you bring this up in the first place?
Yeah, like
Did he tell
did
you
you
no?
did you talk to somebody and say, oh yeah, well did you meet somebody? Now, let's just say now, did you meet somebody in 2017? However many years later, you know, a cougar out there on ChristianMingle.com, she speed dating, she meet a guy, whatever the case is. They going off their past. Oh, I used to date this guy. Date this guy. Oh, you used to date this person. Like, could have been a financial come up. Oh, damn. You know what? You know, y'all had sex. Yeah. You know, and whatever the case is, you know, like that could be a check for you right there. All you got to do is say, like, it's so many factors that could play in scenarios. You never know. So,
Never know.
like, if it happened back then, I'm not going to say, you know, why didn't she say something then? Because, you know, women or people, period, have reasons for why they didn't say anything then.
Right.
I just hate hearing situations that come out so far later
Right.
down the line. Like, and that's how and I hate to get spiritual, but that's how the enemy works. If you're not covered, the enemy will wait till you get to the prime or get to whatever pillar that you feel like you're reaching before in the public eye before he tries to expose you and embarrass you and destroy, because he only comes to steal, kill, and destroy.
Right.
So,
But being at that level of success, you're going to be targeted. And you have to understand that when you reach that plateau, you're going to be targeted. You cannot sling your dick everywhere, because what that can do is, for one,
so is
you
he
can,
real community dick?
like right. Some artists and some public figures, they feel like because they got the money, they can go commit adultery and marry somebody. That's still wrong for you to do that. You're married in a relationship and you're having sex with all these different women. Somebody is going to be like, I'm going to stop him. He cannot keep doing this, and thinking because he's in power, it's okay for him to just have sex with me, leave me alone, and that's it. Some women are not going to take that. So, I mean, maybe her motive was to wake him up. Like, how much of a wake-up call do you need? You already lost your wife, which is she held you down throughout all those damn years, and everything else, like, and you're still doing what you're doing. Like, it's like the people around you allow the fact that you cheated on your wife with me, and you got away with it. If she wouldn't have put this out, you think Kimora Lee Simmons, you think she would have known this? Or maybe she did. I don't know. But how many guys are gonna get away with, because you have money, you can do this and that? Like the Kevin Hart situation. Like he said, he put himself in that position, and he has to own up to what it is that he did, because just because you got a lot of money, you just can't be going around doing that. Like, you can't go around and just be having sex with all these people. You know, all these artists have they're going through this because they feel like I'm at this point. You're not. Who are you going to tell? Who are you? And these women are finding different loopholes and different ways of doing it. I'm not saying it's right, but it's happening, and we're seeing that it's happening. Everybody is coming out the woodworks and just trying to
open the industry
teamwork make the dream work.
Yeah.
And when what it boils down to is when you put yourself out there like that, like you better be prepared. You better have a good lawyer. You better have you better have like a sponsorship with like Magnum. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you better be, cause and that's the thing, like, cause people don't think about stuff like that. When you out there, you know what I'm saying? You doing those types of things. Most of the time it's random occurrences. It's not planned. You meet up, blah. You do your thing. Next thing you know, what if a baby popped up and all of that, and she didn't say nothing? Now she drop a baby on you. That's a grown ass adult now,
right?
And all of these different situations. Or what if you caught something back then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the situations that happen when you are just out there willy-nilly doing your thing, and you just, you know, well, yeah, that was a dope song. But,
why does it just start like that?
It happens. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's scary.
You gotta be mindful of where you sling that thing. Don't sling that thing on the wrong person, because that
you're going to hurt somebody.
Right.
And somebody going to hurt you.
Right. You better recognize, because it's going down. Like, these women out here, they not.
In the DM, they screenshotting. The new damn iPhone. I just updated my phone.
Who I got to find to come up on a check? You get what I'm saying? Who I got to find to come up on a check? Like, I ain't never sleep with Lisa Ray, but I saw her drive by. Can I sue her and say she looked at me seductively?
Why you gotta pick my boo Lisa? Come on, you could have did anybody else.
She was in Baltimore at the time, so she can't deny it.
Take Holly Berry. Don't do
I need a check.
Don't do that.
She ain't gotta pay me a lot. Just give me $4,000 real quick.
I think
he want a tax return.
She can throw that.
He want.
Something I ain't gotta pay taxes on. You get what I'm saying? Just throw me a little $4,000.
We need. First, on a serious note,
send it in increments.
Forget all that. On a serious note, this Libya situation.
Yeah, I'm sitting here reading up on it right now a little bit. Like, it's fucking disturbing for one. Like, these pictures.
There was a comment on Facebook. I think the Shade Room put it up, and I'm reading through the comments, and someone said, why do we care about Libya when we need to fix what's going on in the United States?
Go fuck yourself.
Well, you gotta care. Period. First of all, as a believer, we are charged with caring about all.
Right.
I'm gonna just be real. We're charged about caring. I mean, we're charged with caring about everything that happens, because, not sure what everybody else's prayer life is, but when I pray, I cover people in situations that don't even directly affect me. But in all actuality, it affects all of us some way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. Now, you can't say what's going on in Libya and say, we're not affected by it, because, again, that goes back to the ignorance of us not knowing our history.
Right.
That goes back to what we were talking about earlier in the first topic, not knowing our history, not understanding why we're mad. And the crazy thing is, that's blacks on blacks. That's blacks feeling superior to other people of the same ethnicity.
Right.
The same city. You get what I'm saying? Like it's not like, we're in America and we feel like we're better than Haitians because we can rock Jordans or whatever and they're wearing leaf slippers. Like, it's not that situation. You get what I'm saying? Like, those are people in the same town trading off their neighbors.
So it's basically,
and like there was, I was watching a video. I posted a video about it. It was a video of a dude. He owed some money to somebody. When you say the neighbors, he owed money to somebody, and he went to go pay it off. And what he thought he was doing was paying it off, but he was paying the money to somebody else who collected his ass and took him to the group where all the people were. And they was fucking them up. Like, you know what I'm saying? He said they was putting shit like in their ass and fucking beating the
come
shit
on.
out. No,
Jesus
I shit you not. Like I
Christ.
shit you not. The shit was crazy. It disturbed the fuck out of me. Like he said, they was beating the shit out of them, and they were doing all sorts of shit to them kids, women, men. Like didn't matter. They were doing it to all of them. And they would have to stay there for X amount of months or time before they were released. But by the time they were released, they were no good. You know what I'm saying? They were no good. They were debilitated. They couldn't walk. They couldn't, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is that? Like, what is that? That I don't know.
To our viewers, man, if y'all listening, y'all watching this, man, what's y'all opinions, man?
Right, because we need to
know if anybody's up to date or aware of what's going on in Libya. And not just Libya. That's just one country that they've brought
that they happen to catch.
That media too. Because like if we wanted to be technical, we can rewind it back and go to where all the girls were missing right here in the US. Being sold off in a sex trade and sex trafficking and everything like that. Like we can go back, but it's the same thing though. Or we can go back even further when what was it, the 101 women or the 400 girls that was taken in Africa?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like we can go back even further. Like it's so much that's happening, and because mainstream media is not being targeted or not targeting certain areas doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. These are just places that just happen to fall within being covered.
I think what makes the public so angry about these topics is the fact that no one in America is making it a big issue, but they publicize everything else. Like right. This is a big issue, and the fact that we haven't heard anything from our president, it makes people upset that this is what's going on. You would rather talk about missiles and bombs, but this is like this real shit happening. Like, why are you not talking about this? Why is the news not talking about this? And the crazy thing, a lot of people are saying, you know, he needs to get off of Twitter and stop tweeting things and actually do things because
that's facts though.
And I feel him on that because it's happening. At least show other countries that you care, because before, you know, he came in office. And before Obama, because I don't like to even compare them to, like before Obama even came into office, America was actually side by side with some of these countries right. and helping them in a lot of areas. And it's like now it's like America versus everyone. Like I don't see any type of unity like at all. Like, oh fuck it, America versus everybody. But there's a lot of things that's made here that is from all these different countries, and I think it's only right to at least send people over there to take hold of the situation or stop it or do so. I know we can't stay over there for a whole damn, you know, lifetime, but right. you know, at least it's affected. There's people that's living in America that have family members who live in Libya. You know what I'm saying? Like do something, like say something that's going to not make us feel good, because that's not what it is either, but at least go over there and try to do something. Just try to do something. I feel like he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Maybe I'm wrong. If anybody feels like Trump do care, please inbox us. Please, you know, let us know. We'll shoot you the number so that way you can give your opinion on it. I just feel like as far as politics go, they're not, you know, they're not really too concerned about what's going on in Libya, but you know,
I'm reading here right now. It's stating that Africa has a military task force within the high waters of the country, the Mediterranean country lines, whatever. You know, patrolling these areas to make sure there is no more trafficking and stuff like that through this slave trade that's going on.
They're patrolling.
Yeah, according to this, exactly, it says a joint military task force from various African countries will soon patrol the high waters in the Mediterranean, as well as the travel paths on and in the land. They bid to monitor and report on cases of human trafficking and slave trade.
But so it takes the African army to go and try to stop this versus America pitching in.
Like I do what I will say in regards to that. I mean. There's two sides of that coin. If a country is not, it's the same thing here. It's the same thing in our community.
Right.
How the hell can we expect people to help us if we're not helping ourselves, right? So
Right.
if a country knows that there's an issue, this is an issue that's not, it didn't just start yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They say that they don't have the assistance. It's not that you need assistance. You need to step the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And in whatever capacity you can. Now, if you are actively trying to do something about an issue that arises in your country and you cannot give a full-fledged effort, that's different. That's documented when you do things like that because the news covers stuff like that.
Right.
For instance, that story, if they were actually doing stuff about it. It just so happened to come out because the media caught people getting off of planes in chains, and you know what I'm saying? It just so happened to come out that way because it was being done. It wasn't anything being done to stop it. It was just being done, and somebody blatantly thought that it was okay to be caught on camera doing it. You know what I'm saying? So there was no activity that was stopping any of that stuff. They were not actively trying to stop it. Now, because it's an issue, it's a world issue, now everybody needs assistance. No, step the fuck up and do your thing, and let us know in 2 to 3 months where the fuck you're at with the solving of the problem.
Right.
And then we can come, if we even come, because it's still your problem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's how you deal with things. But
we probably can't go over there and do what we wanted, but it doesn't take much for the man in power to just call and ask or send something, whatever, however he get in contact with whoever the person in power, just to ask, is there any assistance? Do you guys need firearms? Something to help you control what the fuck is going on. Like, it's nothing to just say, if you need us as a country, we can assist you at whatever. Like, say something. I haven't heard him say. My problem is I ain't hear him say anything. So it just, I don't know. It just bothers me that there's nothing being said about it. Like, it's pictures and social media, but what the fuck is that gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? They probably don't even got social media over there like that. Like, so what is that going to do? Like, why is it? Just reach out a helping hand. If they deny it, they deny it. But at least we know, as a country, that we did offer to do something. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's just crazy. Right. It's crazy. It's like these countries are our neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're our neighbors. And I don't know. Some people say like it's he don't want to help because they black. I don't know what it is, but just put out the helping hand. Just say, if you need, extra firearms or extra people or whatever it is to control or stop it, or, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe that's probably how their country is ran. I know that there's some prisons that are, the prisoners control the prison system, so there's some countries that really the bad people control, you know what I'm saying? Like, the bad people control.
Do you think it's a form of pride?
The
reason why I'm saying
with us, like,
no. Reason why I'm saying, we're still on Libya, right?
Yeah.
All right. The reason why I'm saying is whatever king or president or ambassador of that country pretty much knows what's going on in that country, right or wrong?
I think they do.
So with that being said, everybody has to adhere to a conglomerate, which is the United Nations. Why haven't this been pitched to them and say, if we're united as allies, can you all help us fight this epidemic that's happening in our country?
That's probably how they run. That's because
that's
what
what I'm saying.
How they
like,
get
do you think it's a form of pride, or is it like turn the other cheek and collect the funds?
Or maybe nobody just don't like Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably just don't like him and don't want his help.
I mean, I've heard so many different reasons. Like, even one person, they said that it could be because of resources. Whereas though they actually reached out to us or another country, saying, yeah, we need this help. But now it's like, okay, well, you need help. We need resources. So until you provide us with these resources, we're not going to help you.
And so with that being said, because we ain't going to drag this one out too long, we got to get ready. We got our people.
We got Crazy Montana coming in.
For real, for real.
That's our special guest for today, Crazy Montana. He's a rap artist, straight out of DC, the DMV area. I don't, they have their little conflict.
We'll find out.
DC,
we'll find
Baltimore,
out.
I
don't know. I don't be knowing.
From the DMV area. But before we get him on air, we gonna play another track. It's by Diggerville called Ask God. Y'all tune in. Y'all make sure y'all send y'all comments and let us know what y'all think about this track.
Share, please, share.
All right, No Sugar Radio, baby.
Turn me up. Yeah. My 24 years of life, I was looking for guidance. All I had was drug dealers that's addicted to violence. Had mommy, but she couldn't teach me to be a man. Left the house at 15, grabbed the heat and some grams, proceeded to plan. Scheme that could get me to the top. Knew we wasn't kids no more when Funk got shot. Then Rel got shot, it was hell on the block. By then I was 17, selling peas non-stop. It was regular, danger was regular. Anger would try to bang you if you were ahead of us. Living with my aunt and 3 kids, her man did 3 beds. My mom sheltered me, who thought I'd be a street kid? Hit the ground running and had to learn quick. Man of my word, zero tolerance for bullshit. High point, full clip, hit a nigga in his lips. But it was shit, caught the snub with the rubber grip. Sometimes I sit back and wonder why was I put in this world, is it just to die? Try to reminisce about the last time that I cried. So many questions, so I ask God. Sometimes I sit back and wonder why was I put in this world, is it just to die? Try to reminisce about the last time that I cried. So many questions, so I ask God. Gucci fragrance, Gucci frames, no Gucci belt. Money all I need for motivation, but the coochie help. Just a wild teen popping bottles of the rose. With my hand on my thing, case you stepped on my toes. Nigga, literally, major pain, niggas little league. I don't wave it, shit, I aim it, slinging on my enemies. That's a fact, I don't wanna be like the homies. Kept it real even with the niggas I know phony. Only reason they hate is cause they wish they could clone me. Better yet, wish they had the drawers I got on me. Shit is sad, get off my dick and get your dad. That's who you should be mad at. I'ma stay in my bag, I ain't waving no flag. Got too much heart, always wise enough to know when it's time to depart. And this rap shit is real, let it spill through my art. Can't let this shit I built fall apart. Sometimes I sit back and wonder why was I put in this world, is it just to die? Try to reminisce about the last time that I cried. So many questions, so I ask God. Sometimes I sit back and wonder why was I put in this world, is it just to die? Try to reminisce about the last time that I cried. So many questions, so I ask God.
What up? We back. No Sugar Radio. We got the band in the building. Crazy Montana.
Whoa. What up, man?
Let me get you right.
What up?
Bet.
Levels.
Introduce yourself, your social media, all that. Get comfortable.
Who are you? Let's hear this.
All right, man. My name Crazy Montana. I'm shy. This is my first radio interview. I'm gonna be real. I keep it real.
Glad we can bring you on your first interview, man. It was good.
I'm from DC, DC, Maryland. I like to claim both.
DC, Maryland, my man.
You get what I'm saying? I live in both places. And my social media, Twitter is Crazy with 2 Y's in Montana. Crazy with a K, not a C. And on Instagram,
rep that.
It's just Crazy Montana. Simple as that. No underscores, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So you originated from DC?
Yes.
Okay. So how old are you?
I'm 18.
18.
Yeah, I'm
18.
You young and getting it.
I'm a
Young and you getting it.
18.
So for y'all who's tuning in, Crazy Montana is now in the building. If you want to call No Sugar Radio and speak to him, the number is 410-929-3228. Call in and speak to him. It's No Sugar, so you could say what you want. You could talk about whatever you want. It's an open, it's an open, yeah.
Right. We don't sugarcoat nothing around here.
We don't sugarcoat nothing. But before we let you before we get into the good juicy stuff.
Ooh,
Before we get into that, we're gonna jump into another track. We're gonna jump into. Matter of fact, we're gonna give y'all two tracks. We're gonna run two and get comfortable. Make sure My man is comfortable with some water, some photos. You know, this is how we do in No Sugar Radio. When you hear, you know, you home. This is home for you. So we gonna jump into this next track. It's by another artist that's called Swerve, and this track is called Silk Robes and Blazing. And then the second track that's gonna follow that is Getting It by my boy Focus. Make sure y'all tune in No Sugar Radio. We got Crazy Montana in the building. It's about to be lit. So if y'all not here, then y'all it's about to be lit. Log in the speaker. We here. You feel me?
No Sugar Radio. Let's get it.
Yeah, strictly slick shit. Dropping this summer 2017, baby. In the meantime, I'm gonna need you to light one up to this. Silk robes and blazing, hold my blunt while I slay this. Got bitches in Balenciaga fragrance. Michael Kors slides, I hold the rim placement. Hold her head back while she facing it. Giving that all natural facelift. Twisting her tongue while she tasting it. If you wasn't my girl, I have to pay for this. Split a pack, pop it down the back. Empty out the guts, then roll it back, babe. I'm just trying to smoke for days. Sip the champagne under sun rays. But sunny days got expiration dates. Might as well just spin them faded. Birthday suits down in the Caymans. Tropics, kid, exotic shit. I'm talking tropical trees for your party, bitch. Partly to blame for my misdirection. But masterpieces don't need correcting. Crooked spine, that's how I left her. Curled up on the bed, asking where her dress is. Thrown across the mirror on top the dresser. Young and restless, young and blessed shit. Like I don't give a damn who you think the best is. All I really do is just come correct, like I'm doing good, but I'm not blowing checks. Doing better, but I owe my old connect, so it's back and forth on the interstate. Light it up, let it ventilate. Deep breaths, have it circulate. Circulate. Ain't nothing changed, man. Silk robes and blazing. Hold my blunt while I slay this. Got bitches in Balenciaga fragrance. Michael Kors slides, I hold the rim placement. Hold her head back while she facing it. Giving that all natural facelift. Twisting her tongue while she tasting it. If you wasn't my girl, I have to pay for this. Circumcise your insecurities. Scrutinize these rappers' jewelry. Fraudulent facades they putting on. Fraudulent facades still get applause. Like fuck the clause, son, read the fine print. Fuck the law, I'm on borrowed time here. Out my mind, dear moves in the night on some grind to shine. 9 to 5, bitch please, I'm a hustler. I'ma put the squeeze on them, gangstar. Make some deposits as a bank star. Delusions of grandeur, she's packing the bags. I'm like, wait, ma, you know I ain't finished. State calling me about that sentence. I'm just making plans to go missing. Trying to see if you with him. Yeah, baby, you with him? See if you with him. See if you with him. You know what I mean? We can walk around the house in silk robes and blaze all day. Down on the Pacific, you know? Yeah. Just somewhere out the way. Yeah. Yeah. Silk robes and blazing. Hold my blunt while I slay this. Got bitches in Balenciaga fragrance. Michael Kors slides to hold the rim placement. Hold her hair back while I'm facing it. Giving that all natural facelift. She twisting her tongue while she tasting it. Oh shit. Oh, hey, hold up. Oh, wait, time. Oh.
Made a lot of mistakes in our life. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here?
Yeah.
We made a lot of mistakes in our lives. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here?
Beautiful nightmare, right here. But only good attention, share the hearts pure. We just want that real love, is that too much to ask? They say when you the best, you ain't gotta flex. These youngins, they hungry, ready, kill for a check. Just a stone on the gram, I guess they want respect. But I just want your appreciation. Take a second, listen, this life that I'm giving. Family for the mason, the most out who I'm chasing. Try to imagine the amount of demons that I'm facing. Ain't gotta come from the streets to know about real pain. You ain't gotta put my dirt on front street for me feel any shame. Most of my life been a piece of shame to admit it. It is what it is, I'm numb to their opinions. Sister used to look up to me, now it's like she barely knows me. We used to be so close, now she barely hugs me.
We made a lot of mistakes in our lives. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here? We made a lot of mistakes in our lives. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here?
No, they try to make pedophilia a legal thing. Men on boy love, that's such an evil thing. Every nigga wanna be real, okay, I be a man. Every chick wanna settle down, but bet he got a plan. How can you say you love me, but never show it? I'm sorry, mumble rappers prefer real music. These cops still killing us even though they know it's wrong. Rappers ratchet these pieces, how the fact they sold is gone. And the devil lies so much, you know his note is long. Yeah, double cup of that Henny, what you think it's for? Ooh. That throne is for the taking, yeah, they taking long. Ooh. I guess I'm just that author they've been waiting for. I told them be patient. You can't rush greatness. I can't wait to see that smile on my own face when I make it.
We made a lot of mistakes in our life. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here? We made a lot of mistakes in our lives. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here? From here. They don't wanna see us winning. They don't wanna see us make it. Haters out here, stay on hating. Ooh, where do we go? Where do we go? Yeah. We made a lot of mistakes in our lives. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here? We made a lot of mistakes in our lives. We just out here trying to make them right. Where do we go from here? From here. We come. Bobby Trey, Jay Murray.
Yeah. We back. We
hot and live.
We hot and live. Like we got Crazy Montana, his whole entourage, manager, everything in the building right now. What y'all just listened to, we first of all was switch up on the song, so we apologize about that. But again, it's No Sugar Radio. We do what the fuck we want. This is our show. Like that's what we do. But the first track was Silk Robes and Blazing by our boy Swerve. Go follow him on Instagram, SoundCloud. His SoundCloud in particular because he has a lot of great music on there. Word. I definitely want to shout him out because his sound is very different and unique, and that boy is working. And then we had our favorite, which is Jay Murphy and Poppy Trey, called Mistakes. Definitely go follow them on Twitter. Go follow them on Facebook. Go follow them on Instagram. If y'all follow us, No Sugar Radio, all you got to do is just click on a page, and then you'll see all their Instagram. So you know what that means. That's a double click. Y'all niggas got to follow us first, then follow them niggas second.
Put that research in.
No, but shout out to all the artists that definitely send in their tracks, send in their spins, because we see the motivation, we see the inspiration, we see that y'all trying to grind and get y'all music on the platform. But what we don't see y'all is in the studio. So we calling out all of y'all artists that sent those spins in. We need y'all in the studio, No Sugar Radio, because Crazy Montana could definitely let y'all know that this atmosphere, this environment is definitely lit. But what's going on? What's going on, boy?
What's up, No Sugar, man? How y'all living?
We chilling.
We living.
How you living?
How you living, man?
Introduce the people that you got in here.
All right, to my right, my manager.
Okay.
Call him Rob. I basically grew up with him. That's why he's my manager. It's a family thing more than
the mic is on, Russell. Whatever you want to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
you doing great.
What up?
Good.
You doing great. You doing great.
On the other side of him, he like my brother. He helped me with my music career too. Money Steve, AK Money. Make sure y'all follow him. You know, he like my, I say mentor. He, he teach me what to do and not to do, how to move. So I won't get bad consequences.
How old is? Oh yeah, if y'all don't mind me asking, because for you to say he's your mentor. Even though mentorship don't have a age, but the fact that you have people in your age brackets that's your mentor is dope.
Like I said, I'm 18. I'm still a youngin', so I'm still learning day by day. Raw, y'all can talk to Mike, right?
Right. Put it close to y'all.
You got one right there in front of you, bro.
You got one for you.
We got the extendo.
We got mics all around, man. We got mics all around.
Yeah, I'm 20.
We accommodate everybody.
Yeah. We doing a little switcheroo. If you're watching us on live, that means you got to stay connected. If you want.
Man, we keeping the noodle popping, man. Keep them guessing, man. Y'all know how we do it, man. No shit.
What's going on?
What's good?
Yes.
Yeah,
You good? You good? You
This
good?
jump
Alright,
lit. Don't you
alright,
feel
alright.
like like this? You a superstar.
Like
Breakfast Club.
You're a superstar. Don't worry. No, you're a superstar
Well,
already.
considering we come on after the Breakfast Club, this is the lunch box. This is
God, oh
this
ain't got nothing to do with what they do.
It's the lunch box. You feel me?
There's no sugar, man. You right. There's no sugar, man.
So it's
Yeah.
the lunch box.
But yeah, I'm looking at your.
He didn't say how old he was though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Go
no,
ahead. My bad.
Oh yeah, I'm 22.
Okay, okay.
I'm 22.
up?
Like not 22, but I'm like 20. Like also.
Yeah, no question.
And 8 more years to it though, but you know, yeah, we good.
Shut
Go.
up.
Yeah, I mean, the mental just come as far as, you know what I'm saying? I've been on the grind too, you know what I'm saying? So I seen him coming up when he first started rapping. I seen potential in him, you know what I'm saying? So I just told him keep grinding, you know what I'm saying? I try to help him out when I can.
Right.
Okay.
Story short, you know what I'm saying?
That's what it is, man.
Right.
Each one teach one, man. And that's at the end of the day, that's how we all win, man.
Right. So Montana, let me pop off with the first question.
Oh, yeah.
How did you get the name Crazy Montana? Like you ratchet? You squat like that? How you get the name
Nah,
Crazy Montana?
my
though?
favorite question, right?
Yeah.
All right. So growing up, I wasn't the average kid. Like
Nerd.
I was weird. I do crazy shit. Like if I was like 6 right now here, I'd be drawn on the wall and shit. Like that's just how I
You're
was.
crazy.
See what I'm saying? So my mom gave me that name. I took to it. Then in high school, I met he deceased now. My brother L. He gave me that.
Sorry to hear
He kept on calling me that. So Montana, I made a song called Crazy Montana because I love the movie Scarface. Not even because the violence and the drugs and shit. It's just because he came from nothing and made it something. He turned dirt into gold. So Montana, like the world is yours. I wanted that. So he was like, man, Crazy Montana, Crazy Montana. I was like, damn, that sounds, it sounds sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how I got that name. Everybody want to know because everybody asks, like, why you get crazy? Like, why you want people to think you crazy? Like, nah. Like, and another thing about crazy, the word crazy, like, I feel like I see shit differently from people. Like, everybody stuck in their own little, social media shit. I see shit differently. So if you start speaking real, what they gonna call you? Crazy.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
Realness get considered to be crazy.
Yep.
That's the
Right.
truth.
When they don't have another name for it, you get what I'm saying?
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Right.
Man.
So how was it like starting from, I don't know what age did you start?
Start
rapping.
getting in the stew or rapping period.
Rapping period. Because the studio, everybody claimed that something in the studio.
12.
That's about the average.
Like 12. I got a story behind that. So this what look, I'm gonna keep it real, man. If they want to arrest me, I don't care. So look, I was doing eBay stuff, doing that eBay scamming stuff. I don't care. So I got a microphone. I got it in the mail. So my mom and uncle was like, "Fuck, you want to be a rapper? What you doing?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, look, this is what I want to do. Focus on you. So
Right.
every time you start something new, you're not the best at it. You got to practice. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, so I just wanted to be a rapper, but like, I wanted to be different. Like, I wanted to stand out. I didn't want to be like everybody else.
So what about your image? Sorry, Curtis.
Well,
What about your image do you consider different? Because, there's a lot of rappers out here that all have something similar, like the new age.
Hell yeah. See, my image, I say I'm like diverse with my music. Like, I just don't stick with one type of music. Like, my music is my mood. That's how I feel like music is a form of art. I'm an artist, so I just can't keep on painting all the same stuff. They gonna predict, it's boring. So I'm like diverse, and I want to attract everybody. The white scene, the Hispanic scene, everybody. I'll do anything. I like music, period. It don't gotta be trap all the time.
Right. So do you consider your music trap music?
Depends on what type of song. I don't know what to consider. It's just music. It's crazy music. It's bipolar music. Yeah. That's a new genre of music. Bipolar music.
Bipolar music?
Yeah.
Is that even what?
It's gonna be after today though. Right?
You spitting that
But
bipolar shit.
Man.
So how did you guys you say you all of you guys just grew up with each other, but how did y'all can grow up with each other but not be business partners, right? At this point, y'all business partners.
Basically, yeah. So my manager, I was in high school. I was a young nigga doing. I ain't had no type of team. I was just, even the seniors fuck with my music. It take a lot for the seniors to fuck with your music. I was a freshman. and the sophomore when I really started. So like getting up there. So he was the only one that like took serious. Like I'm gonna hit up these venues so you get shows, and I'm gonna hit up this person, we get a feature. I'm like, you know what, bro? Let's just be my manager because I need that. Like it be hard.
Right.
And then money. This is funny as shit how I met money.
There was a girl involved.
Nah.
All right,
no.
Always some Cuddy in the building.
I wanted a feature from him, so he was like, "Yeah, give me $350." I was thinking like I was gonna give him $350, but I was just I didn't want to let the nigga down. So I like, all right. So he like beat me downtown Silver Spring. I ain't meet him down there. So, yeah, so that was bad business all buck. So that's when I dropped a song called Underlay, and one of his entourage contacted me. So we met in the studio. From there, we just was like that, real recognize real, So he like I said, it's more than music. Like, let's say if I get mad, I want to fight somebody. Like, man, nah, think about what could happen with you jeopardizing. You like, I need that because I ain't really had that growing up. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it.
You have any siblings? Any?
Yeah, I got a lot. On my mom's side, I got one sister. On my dad's side, I got 7. 7.
Okay. Man, you sound like me. I got 1 on my mom's, 7 on my dad's.
So that means Papa was
Papa was rolling.
Sure you're not related?
Rolling.
Hold on, what you said?
Y'all sure you're not related?
That's messed up.
So who are some people, some artists that you look up to as far as your music goes? Like
locally or mainstream?
Both.
All right, locally, mainstream first. Mainstream, I like Kanye. Like Kanye he just weird. You know what I'm saying?
I can see you a part of good music type of thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see that.
Kanye, Lil Wayne. That's all I can think of right now.
Kanye, if you listen to No Sugar Radio, just hit us up, man. That's all
hey man, yeah. When you
I'm gonna come back to that question. I'm gonna come back to that answer though.
He about to come out the woodwork soon anyway. He due for another album soon anyway, so he should be coming up. But I got.
What about locally?
Yeah, local.
See, look, the DMV now, man, I don't mess with these new local niggas, man. But the old them, look, I looked up the Shy Glizzy, man. Shout out Glizzy, man. Light Show. Who else? Trill. That's all for real. Locally, now, I mess with, who? Nah, I don't really mess with no local artists. I don't worry about me. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
Right. Well, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to your first answer. You said mainstream crazy. Mainstream was Kanye West, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like he's part of that bipolar music, some shit like that?
Yes,
sir.
That nigga crazy. That nigga crazy, man. Keep it real.
So you like Kanye because he's crazy or because he's his lyrical
he
content?
He himself. You know what I'm saying? He being him. Keep it real, man. Like he different. He stand out.
So what about him being an artist? Do you like the artistry?
Yeah, I do. I do. Like what's that one album? My Twisted Beautiful Dark Nightmare, something like that. Yeah, like when I listen to that whole album, it's like when you listen to music, you're supposed to close your eyes and visualize the shit. Not just get turned, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be a message behind that shit. Right. So he gives a message. I like messages. But I like to get turned sometimes too, don't get me wrong, but not every day. Like if somebody die, I don't want to listen to Shoot 'em Bang Bang. I want to listen like, dang, man, like some real. Oh, shout out Moneybagg Yo. I fuck with Moneybagg Yo. Yeah. Yeah, shout out him.
Money Bags.
So being that you brought up, messages in music, what do you think or what do you feel is your message with your music? What is it that you're trying to put out there?
Be yourself. Be yourself. Don't be afraid to get behind the mic and say something people don't usually say. Like, see me, shout out to the people on Instagram. I'm about to keep it real on Instagram Live. Knowing me, my music, I put my feelings in my music. I don't care no cut cards. You could be, he in his feelings is music. And somebody gonna listen to it. You know
somebody going through what you going through. Somebody going through.
Exactly.
Now, Ben, you just said that. Do you feel like it's important that artists should put their feelings in their music? Because I had that conversation with a lot of artists.
Yes, they should. They should. I mean, yes, they should. From my perspective, from my opinion, yes, they should. That's what attracts me. Like, let's say one artist just talking about the same stuff. Like this day and age, Zans, Perk. I don't want to hear that all the time, bro. Then the other artist talking about he could say Zans and Perks, but he got a message behind it. Like I'ma listen to him. Like he off the Zans because his heart broke. See, I like that. I like that type. You
You gotta be a reason why you're on the Xan first, other than just like I just want to get high.
Just don't be on those Xan, man.
Don't just be lying saying you on the Xans because you going through something.
Why,
Right.
why can't he just be like,
word.
damn, my heart broke, I need counseling. You know what I mean? Why he just can't get a counselor, man?
Man,
Like,
look, sometimes niggas can afford counseling. You know what I'm saying, man? But
you gotta call your insurance company to see. Find one under your coverage.
They getting rid of Obamacare, man. People can't afford that shit no more.
Now back, a while ago you said, you practice, to get to where you are now. Are you the type person, do you feel like you focus on like actually mastering your craft?
Look, I'm my own critic, man. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I feel as if you can ask them. I'll be in the stew. I'll be like, all right, it sound good to them. But me personally, it's all about how you feel about it. Like, nah, I could do better. So, like, I try to push myself. He definitely, to my right, he definitely try to push me to do better. Like, sometimes it be getting, like, irritating, but it's love, though. Because, like I said, I ain't had that growing up. Like, I'm mistaken as if, like, he just being, like, irritating, but it's love though. So yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Real
I ain't gonna let him put out nothing. That ain't it got to be on bragging.
Right. This one thing, I don't mean to cut you off. This one thing really caught my eye, right? Because I'm, like even talking to herself about branding, right? And I see you got this I guess it's an album or mixtape, Bad Too.
Yeah.
And a lot of your pictures, you've been rocking this rose. Yeah. And I see you got it on your neck too. Like, was this a thought out thing, or was it something like this?
To be honest, man, I got rose tattoos. I don't know what the fuck it is about roses. It's like, I'm about to tell you.
Crazy.
I'm about to tell you, man. I'm about to tell you.
You lying.
I'm about to tell you, man.
You
Look,
lying, so
look,
you
man,
know.
Look, I feel like I like the I don't know the word, but I just like love, and I feel I feel like roses represent love,
Right.
and some, like I said, I was missing that growing up. I got it from my mother and my family, but I feel like I ain't get enough. So like my tattoos and the roses mean something. You get what I'm saying? So the roses represent love. So anybody else thinking something else, nah, it represents love, strictly love. That's it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dig that, man. That's real. And like, most people get tattoos and they don't even be knowing what the fuck they be getting tattoos
I don't know
for.
what the fuck.
I just like the way it look.
So you gonna be rosed out? You gonna have roses?
I ain't gonna. See, this. I can't look like a damn garden.
I ain't no straw.
I ain't no snot. Look, man. Look. Yeah, you already know. I ain't gotta say it, man. Yeah.
Well, for those people who want to hear some bangers, who want to hear some tracks from Crazy Montana, we ain't gonna have him keep talking a lot. We want the music to speak for itself. Cause here at No Sugar Radio, you can talk all you want.
Yeah.
We want to hear that music.
Yeah.
And you sent over a couple of tracks, but I want to jump into one in particular, which is called the AKs and Heartbeat, right? Heartbreaks.
Yeah.
Heartbreaks. Yeah, I'm gonna jump into that. And
heartbreaks. I like that.
Yeah, I'll let you tell the backstory before I jump on.
Oh, you want to play?
What's the reason?
You don't want to play it first?
I'm playing.
Let
first.
the music explain and then.
Me out like
Oh
that.
no, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. No sugar. I'm sorry. No sugar, man. I'm cool.
Well, damn.
We gonna play that next track, AKA Heartbreak.
Yeah.
No Sugar Radio.
I got AKs for a heartbreak. I got AKs with a heartbreak. Don't judge me, please, I'm hurting hard. Don't judge me, baby. You hurt me, baby, oh my God. You hurt me, baby, it's your fault. I got AKs and heartbreaks. I got AKs and heartbreaks. I got AKs and heartbreaks. I got AKs. You put this pain up in my heart. You hurt me bad, you left the scar. You left me sitting alone all up in the dark. I thought this love thing would be a walk in the park. My love for you was real from the very start. I see you shining, you should be in the stars. That's what I like, Bruno Mars. You was my forever, then we broke apart. If I gave you an inch, why did you take a yard? Goddamn, I'm hurting hard. You did me wrong, that shit is bad. I gave you the bone like you a dog. I'm a real nigga, baby, not a fraud. You ain't running game, baby, that's a job. You got me falling for you like it is fall. When I used to see you, I be like, oh. Now I see you, I be like, oh my God. Damn, baby, what you do to me? Damn, baby, did you use me? Damn, baby, did you use me? I got AKs for a heartbreak. I got AKs with a heartbreak.
what you do to me.
Nigga, I ain't to no shit to you. You talking that smack while you in the stool.
But damn, baby, I was just tryna love you.
Nigga, why the fuck you lying? I'm over here thinking I'm dying.
You over there dying, I'm crying. Give me my props for trying.
I'm just trying to get my shit together, but you over here messing with hoes and whoever.
True, I'm glad that you doing better. I'm just trying to see if that pussy wetter.
Man, fuck on my face. All of y'all niggas, y'all really two-faced. Playing with my emotions like a game. Why the hell are
you put this pain up in my heart? You see the pain up in my heart? I load the K with my heartbreak, so I'ma send my shots at y'all.
Little nigga, do not cut me off while you playing on my guard. I ain't trying to make a cause, but you're making me go false. Now I'm riding with my
got AKs for a heartbreak. I got AKs for the heartbreak. Don't judge me, please, I'm hurting hard. Don't judge me, baby. You hurt me, baby, oh my God. You hurt me, baby, it's your fault. I got AKs and heartbreaks. I got AKs and heartbreaks. I got AKs and heartbreaks. I got AKs and heartbreaks.
That shit was definitely different.
Nah, peripheral, like
definitely different.
Yeah, now you gotta give us the backstory of that AK and Heartbreaks, because I feel like I know, but I don't know.
I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. Man, I went through a breakup. You know, my first breakup ever. I know I'm young, but we all have our breakups. That was my first breakup. So when you go through a breakup, I know everybody in this room feel bad, like they just want to hurt somebody. So the way we broke up, she cheated. So I just felt like, yeah, I just wanted to kill the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just kill it. That's why it's called AK and Heartbreak, like as an AK-47 and a heartbreak. But when people see the title, they think it's about to be like, oh, damn, he about to talk something about some killer shit.
Right.
Nah, like that called people off guard. Like, oh, he telling a story. And like, oh, shout out K Wolf. Shout out K Wolf.
Right,
that's the girl on there. We was in the studio. I was like, you know what? I want to have a conversation with a girl on a song. So that's how we did it. So in the video, go on YouTube, AK Heartbreaks. In the video, you just got to see. It's a visual, but without even a visual, you could picture. What did you picture when you heard that song?
I just kind of felt like somebody broke your heart and you had a gun, like you ready to let them you was ready to let it go. Like that's what I thought when you first said the song. I'm like, okay, AK and Heartbreaks. He probably got his heart broken like everybody else, and then felt like he needed to get revenge for getting his heart broken. That's the concept I got from it without even listening to the song. And then once I started to hear K Wolf, I mean, I don't. What's her Instagram? I don't want to just.
It's K Wolf, but the O is a 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
K Wolf.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. She definitely got some. You should have brought her.
Yeah,
in.
I like how you did that in the
brought her
end.
in
Like,
too.
it was very.
I mean, it was a conversation. Like I could see that happening, like in a room, and I don't know how that would have ended, but you know, I could see that conversation playing out in the room, like you know what I'm saying, and it definitely has a visual effect. Like it leaves a mark.
And then everybody goes through it. Everybody goes through the heartbreaks where they feel like life is over, and all. So it's relatable music, and that's what we need more is relatable music, and you delivered that, so that's what's up, man. I like that. And for you to be 18 and you talking about a heartbreak, you know, what you mean a heartbreak?
Right. Maybe like life goes on, right? But nah, it don't go on.
We're too young for love.
You know what I'm saying? It don't go on. Really is. you don't know what that is. You ain't never experienced that. You don't get that until you older. No.
Yeah, my mom used to tell me that all the time.
What are some highlights in your career that you experienced as far as like did you collab with any mainstream artists? Not so much mainstream, but artists that are big in your area. Were you featured on any? Because I saw one thing in particular that I don't know. I don't want to knock it out, but I think it's strictly for the locals. Yeah. I saw that they shouted you out. They recognized you on a Twitter or something like that, and for the song, I think it was for AKs and Heartbreaks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that joint did numbers for. But who I work with, like, shout out Rico Nasty. She was here, wasn't she? Yeah, shout out, she cool. He hooked that up. Yeah. Shout out Rico Nasty. Who else I worked with? I worked with a lot of DMV artists like
Oh,
3
you
on
should have
Block.
sent that track in.
Like y'all had a track together. Like
It's called Insane.
That's
you should
yeah.
have sent
How long ago was
in.
that? Like this recent?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, we
Yeah,
trying
man.
to shoot the video soon. So
Ironically, her first
So-
actual interview
Was on
in,
No Sugar
in,
Radio.
in No Sugar Radio.
So the
Her
both
first-
yeah.
We gave her our first radio interview.
So look, on that note, right? Since you here, we already know you connected with her. Y'all about to drop the video.
Yeah.
Can we get that exclusive?
What you
Like,
want?
can you? I mean, you gotta talk to her. Y'all worked it out. Like, can we get that exclusive?
New music. This is my manager right here. You gotta talk to him about that, man. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
talking about the song or the actual video.
Nah,
Oh, no. I mean,
I
the
think-
video will be publicized. You can right. I'm on with the revolution. We just want the track.
We already know how Rico is. We already
Right,
know
right,
that
right.
Rico do everything by the books, and she makes sure that she get her shit done. So we already know the process, and you have to get things signed before you actually release it. But when it does drop and all the dust is clear, No Sugar Radio, will we be blessed with that track?
Of course.
Yeah, all right,
Of
cool. That's all because I
course.
don't know if Crash explained it right. Because sometimes
Of
he don't really
course.
explain things the way.
It's all good, man.
But that definitely, we definitely do appreciate that.
Right.
How was that experience though, working with Rico?
Man, look.
Cause she so colorful, bubbly, like how?
Well, let me tell you the story. Let me tell you the story. So I was in school and he linked up with her. So I got a phone call of 240 number. Well, I don't put that. This number, yeah, my fault. Yeah,
We know, we got it. We got the map.
just the number, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, who is this calling me in school? I'm about to get my phone taken away. I don't want to fight a teacher.
Damn.
So yeah, that's how it is, man. So I answered. All I see is a colorful ass head. So I'm like, no, it wasn't colorful. It was color. FaceTime, yeah.
Uh oh.
I can't remember. Yeah, so I'm like, oh shit, it's Rico Nasty.
But she was like, sugar trap.
For real. She's like, bro, that song crank, bro, because we sent her the song. She's like, I'm about to fuck it up. So I'm smiling. So I'm not lying. I swear to God, she said this. She's like, oh my God, your smile is everything. I swear to God, I'm not lying. So I'm pressed. Everybody in the class like, oh my God, is that Rico Nasty? Like, they think I'm well, and I'm like.
So they all know who she is?
Yeah, they knew.
Yeah.
They know who Rico. Yeah, definitely the females. Like, yeah, they know. There was a lot of females in that classroom at the time, so yeah, they was, you know, I was looking good that day. They was like, oh my God, he's on FaceTime with Rico Nasty, so.
This was
Damn, man.
In school.
He had no clue even. Look, my phone was off. So I told her to call him. It was out of nowhere. So I couldn't even hit him. Rico about to call you, answer. He just picked it up.
Yeah. Now imagine if you would have missed that phone. I mean, it was already set up. You would have been like, bro, like, she wouldn't have did no callback.
Right.
I would have been sick.
Yeah,
I would have been
but look
sick.
how it worked out for you, man. You know, glad that opportunity paid the way. You know what I realized?
What's up?
We've had more artists from the DC area up here. Y'all really making a wave right now.
right.
Like y'all about
From
to
Young
be the
Low to
Young Low,
HD Mikey.
Oh,
Mikey.
HD. Hey, yeah, shout out HD. He was up here.
HD Mikey. We never had the official.
Metro Cartel.
We never had the opportunity to have London Dior on here. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
we definitely
but
went out to
we
DC.
got that plug. We got her. You know, her family. You know, they fought with us. We went out there for her video shoot and everything like that. You know, rest in peace to Lundy as always.
Word.
But like y'all really. Now that I'm sitting here talking about it, y'all really about to be the new wave of how Atlanta used to be.
Man.
Because y'all popping in your own element right now. And like, being from Baltimore, it's kind of hard to say that. But y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all doing y'all thing. The salt be real.
Y'all got
no.
Scola and Young
Yeah,
Moose,
man.
right?
Y'all,
Right.
look,
Yeah,
man.
y'all got them doing the thing.
So what? How do you?
Yeah.
What's your big take on, since you collab with Rico? What's your big take on artists doing the collab, not from the same city, but artists supporting other artists?
Man, that's like the most beautiful thing ever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
because there's a lot of hate now in the day. So if you work together, like, y'all can help get up here. You get what I'm saying? If y'all hate, y'all just messing up your own money. Y'all
Right.
messing up your own. Let's say y'all hating on each other. Y'all beefing. Y'all got a show at one venue. They not gonna hide. They not gonna tell y'all come because y'all gonna shoot the club up. So that's why I said we need more love. So artists is working together, and even if they got beef, like they like Shy Fat Trill. When I seen that, I was like, oh yeah, we on some grown man shit. We squash that shit. They squash that shit. So yeah, that's what I want artists to do now. But it's too much. It's social media, man. Look, social media that's a killer right there.
Right.
Because niggas could be gangsters on Twitter, but pull up in life, they scared, they freeze. So that's it's beautiful to work together.
So artist partnership is definitely something that you would recommend when it comes to coming up and like being your age as well, because your age bracket, y'all kind of got this movement going on whereas y'all can say a couple of bars and it be hot long as y'all got a hot beat, like, and this shit bump.
Yeah, a good hook.
It don't take much nowadays, you know what I'm saying? And that's not to discredit nobody. It really, that's the way that the world works now, you know what I'm saying? It don't take much. So when you see all the young folks coming together and they doing these amazing things, you know, when you look at like the Uzi Verts and the Yachties and all of these people that, you know, they come with this one song, is real catchy, and then they just make a couple of catchy songs, and there you are, they millionaires, you know what I'm saying? Y'all doing the same thing right now, and y'all going through y'all process, so it's amazing to see it. It's amazing to see y'all grow from it and mature in it, you know what I'm saying, to get you here. Because getting you here, it was a small investment, and I respect artists that make investments, man.
Yeah, man.
Regardless if it's
it could be whatever, but you made that investment because you understand what it takes for you to get to where you got to go. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, the whole team, everybody in DC. That's the movement is real, man.
Speaking of investments, man, this video is fucking dope.
Which video?
I'm watching I'm peeking right now. The AK video.
AKs and Heartbreaks.
Yeah, like a lot. I've met, you know, and like had a lot of artists send me like footage, you know, their videos, stuff like that, whatever. And it's completely away from the norm.
Are you saying that because he hear crash?
No, I'm saying like if you look at it, like. No, because like, you know, most artists now, right, they do the videos, all their homeboys in the back, they jumping around, stuff like that. His video is actually a fucking story.
Right.
Like, he's got, you know, this guy, he got blood on, shirt ripped up, you know, he have his conversation. Like, it's an actual story. Like, it's like a little, it's like a movie right now. Like, it's creativity to it, and I really commend that.
So if y'all wanna check out that video, follow us on Facebook. No Sugar Radio. We gonna throw that video on our like page. Support. And it ain't about the views, it ain't about the numbers, it's about the message. Like, I need y'all to understand it's about the message, and there's a lot of people like yourself, your age group, your age bracket, that, you know, have a story to tell, and instead of going out on the block and doing something negative, these individuals are putting it into the song, and they picking the pin up, and they actually putting a message out there for the visual, for everybody to kind of take in and say, okay, well, I'm not the only one going through, you know, the heartbreaks. You know, Crazy Montana's going through the same thing, and he ain't from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from Cali, and he from D.C. We in the whole two different regions of the world, but he's going through the same thing, and I'm feeling the way, you know, he's feeling, so let me go in support. So shout out to, you know, to everybody who, you know, who don't have a problem with supporting other artists. Even if you are artists, like, you don't have a problem with supporting other artists, because at the end of the day, you might be at the showcase with the same artist that you didn't want to support. So, you know, show love. Like, that's the whole thing.
Paying that man a bag.
Like, yeah, right. Show
to get in.
Love. Right, real. You can't even get in. So we go jump into this next track. It's from a artist named Focus. His song is called Getting It. And the reason why I wanted to play another track, like another artist while you're here, just to kind of play off of what you just said when it comes to artists building off of each other and artist opinion, because we can talk all day. Right. You know what I'm saying? And this guy, he's been featured on Hot 97's Who's Next, you know, and he just hit me up about it and said, you got, you know, featured with Hot 97. And it's always important for me to see how other artists take when it comes to music, because I can play your music all day, you know, just because you're here. But, you know, this is a different field in a different state. So, you know, shout out to that boy Focus. This song is called Getting It. And this is No Sugar Radio.
No Sugar Radio.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's get it, bruh.
It takes an artist to turn a beat into a song.
Hands on the radio.
Now, when it comes to money, all my niggas getting it. When we poppin' bottles, all my niggas sippin'. Never a day that we trippin'. Time is money, clock is ticking. We on the grind all the time. We about to see the riches. Now, when it comes to money, all my niggas getting it. When we poppin' bottles, all my niggas sippin'. Never a day that we trippin'. Time is money, clock is ticking. We on the grind all the time. We about to see the riches. Being broke is yo, that's something my crew could never forget. That's why we on the grind all the time, on point, sharp. Habitat, my crew, they don't play by the block or play by the strip. Because of your work, getting that money, enhancing our skills. So all day, every day we get that green, the dollar bill. Haters come around, we block them, electromagnetic force field. Haters, I ain't lying, I'm just keeping it real. We gotta act like so for real to know the deal. Not loyalty, or deep in us. Like in encryption, in order to get in, you gotta fit the right description. So to being fake will get you replaced like a person that is missing. We heading towards success, increasing money we getting. Now, when it comes to money, all my niggas getting it. When we popping bottles, all my niggas sipping. Never a day that we tripping. Time is money, clock is ticking. We on the grind all the time. We about to see the riches. Now, when it comes to money, all my niggas getting it. When we poppin' bottles, all my niggas sippin'. Never a day that we trippin'. Time is money, clock is ticking. We on the grind all the time. We about to see the riches. Our music, Wi-Fi, spread it around like a hot spot. Every time we set, we rep. I said my label top block. Giving orders out to my team, they following well. Just like SWAT team code. Keep your head above water, get money, stay top notch. Keep the movement continuous. In other words, that means not stop. Checking my team celebrating, toasted to accomplishments. We help one another, get credit where it's due. Plus compliments that boosts up their ego, make them feel that they got a scholarship. There's no more war, no more struggle. Our minds is off the battleship. Money's a need requirement, it's something that we have to get. We all have families, so being on the ground we can never quit. I talk the talk as me and my team, we're really living. Now, when it comes to money, all my niggas getting it. When we popping bottles, all my niggas sippin'. Never a day that we trippin'. Time is money, clock is ticking. We on the grind all the time. We about to see the riches. Now, when it comes to money, all my niggas getting it. When we poppin' bottles, all my niggas sippin'. Never a day that we trippin'. Time is money, clock is ticking. We on the grind all the time. We about to see the riches.
I'm straight in there. Cool.
All right.
Just throw it out there.
You already know that song was by Focus, getting it. When it comes to money, all his niggas getting it. So you heard the message. That's it. It's
Real
point blank. Yeah,
right
there. You can find him on Instagram. Just add us. That's it. I'm not even going. to get into that. Just add us, and it'll be there. We got Crazy Montana in the building.
Yeah.
Showing love with his team. I don't like saying entourage because that's your manager, and that's that's the manager and your mentor.
Right. Mentor
artist.
Oh, he an artist too though. Steve AK Money.
Where can
we find you at? Like, you know what I'm saying?
At Steve AK Money everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you here now?
Yeah.
Like, will No Sugar see you in the front end when it comes to your interview? Because we know that this is
no
your boy. This is your boy interview, but you know that you an artist as well. And the good thing is we like to show love to the whole fam. And the reason that eliminates the hate in the group. You feel me? Like, because if everybody get that exposure, because a lot of radio stations now don't want to give a platform for underground artists. I don't know what it is. I ain't gonna hate on nobody else and how they do things, but I know at No Sugar Radio, we want to make sure that the artists get what they came for and more. So, as far as branding and marketing goes, when it comes to you, Crazy, like, I don't even want to call you crazy. I feel crazy calling you crazy.
right.
Crazy calling you crazy. What can I call you? KM or something?
You call me Cray.
Cray?
Yeah.
I'm just call you crazy. Crazy sounds
crazy.
Now, did anyone tell you that you like your marketing had to be A1, or like you just already knew out the gate, like what you see from other artists, like this shit got to be
kind of 2 and 2 though. because I wanted to, like, that's just networking. I looked up to people, they had shirts, you know, I built from their ideas, like, I need to do that. And then right here, he like, nah, you need to get more shirts. He talked about stickers and all that.
Right.
Like, right there, the Everything Bad logo.
I was getting ready to ask about that. That shirt is dope.
I got, you know, talk about Everything Bad.
Logo.
Everything Bad, that's my little group, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
not a group, but like, it's a movement. And it's a story behind that. I started off with like 50 people, but then people start showing their true colors. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the only one putting in work, but like, I'm putting it like these three. Like, shout out Deuce. It's other people too, Scooby, and other people. But we put in work. We just don't sit and like wait for somebody to get on to keep working. So Everything Bad's kind of like, it's just a family now. It's not even like a big. You know, it was a big entourage. Like, we was deep, but people ain't real. You know,
people flake off, people fall off.
That's
I mean,
just life. You know,
that's attrition. That's what it's called. They can't get through. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go through your trials and tribulations when you're growing, especially in the industry like this. You know what I'm saying? It really tests your family bonds. It tests your business bonds. If you ain't got that type of energy, you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, it kind of hurt my heart though, because like, I grew up with some of them too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking we supposed to, you know, ride to the end. But that's why I'm really like, I'm getting kind of heartless now, because so many people switched up. It's normal to me.
You
now.
You don't switch up though. Don't get heartless. You know, keep the same heart, keep the same energy, because at the end of the day, those gonna be the same people that's gonna need you. They gonna be back. You feel me? And you're still young at the end of the day. So, you know, you walking around with a heartless, you know, you being so heartless to people and so cold, that's going to change your whole image up. So you don't even want to change, because then now people dictating how you move, because you changed up.
You right.
So you don't want to even do that. Still be yourself, you know, and still, you know, get this money and put out good content, you know, because that's
business.
Respect.
Right, because that's
ain't nothing personal. You keep the personal stuff inside and deal with that internally, or deal with that amongst the people that you do break bread with. Because at the end of the day, those people understand. They can relate, because at the end of the day, y'all all see what's going down. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's being biased to it. You know what I'm saying?
And we all know, as entrepreneurs ourselves, each and every one of us have a business outside of No Sugar Radio, and we decided collectively to come together and form this, so that way we give you guys a major platform. So as an entrepreneur, not even speaking as a radio host, as an entrepreneur, when you be successful, when you're growing up and now people see the success, there's gonna be people that's gonna be they gonna start cutting themselves off. It ain't even you cutting them off. They start cutting themselves off, because they like, oh, this nigga getting it. Oh, he getting it. I like,
got time for him.
Yeah, oh, he don't got time for me. I'm not gonna fuck with him no more. And it's not even the fact that you're doing something wrong. It's just they can't meet you at the level that you're going. And sometimes you just got to get on that train and leave niggas behind. Like, and it's not even the fact that you don't like them no more. It's just the train gonna come back. It's gonna come back. But if you don't jump on it now, you might miss you might miss a whole joyride, because you sitting there, you got an ego, you know, your ego and your pride and shit. You gonna go through that. So you got two good guys that's with you right now. Look at the people who with you. You know what I'm saying? Because don't focus so much on the negative shit.
Yeah, you right.
The people that's by your side, you gotta look at that like, okay, I'm focused on John and this dude. And they not even here. I need to focus on the dudes that are running with me, that see, you know, my motivation and where I'm trying to go. Like, so those are the people that's gonna feed it. The negative shit is definitely gonna feed you, because now that's giving you more shit to write about.
Right.
You feel me? It's giving you more shit to write about. I don't need to fight you on the street. I got a pen and a pad. Like, I don't need to go and get crazy. Like, just because my name crazy, I don't need to go and get crazy. Like, you got pen and paper, so that's the powerful tool for y'all artists. Like, y'all got the powerful, like, that pen and paper does a lot. It goes a long way. Like, for real. You know.
And if the wordplay on point with it, yeah, man, it's gonna kick their ass even more, because people like, yo, shit, I can't bring no fucking weak ass rebuttal back to this shit. I mean, like, so like if the bars on point with the pen and paper, like, no. You just gonna be taking W's up the ladder and shit. Like, fuck it.
Right. Is there anybody you want to work with though? Mainstream.
Mainstream.
Like,
Yeah.
If you had a chance, well, you gonna get there. But is there anybody that you just like? All right, if they give me opportunity to jump in the stew with them, I'm going ahead.
Like Moneybag, yo. I fuck with Moneybag. Shy Glizzy. Wale. I fuck with Wale. I do a song with Wale.
Is he still holding it down for DC?
Look, man, look.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
God.
Hey, I don't know. He holding it down with DC, man. I don't know, man.
Never mind. Continue with the list.
But don't discredit Wale because he
no.
put DC on the map when DC was falling off. So y'all can't really don't discredit Wale because a lot of people wasn't even looking for no artists in DC. So
Especially when it was
you know,
between him and Boss Man.
and you already know when you get to that level of success, it's kind of hard to play both fields, be a hood nigga and then be a nigga that's trying to get out.
Be a hood nigga in commercial.
Because if you know, if you decide to be, you know, you get a record deal or whatever your goal is, and you get a record deal and you don't really be in the hood like that, people in your hood, the same people that say they fuck with you now, ain't really gonna fuck with you because now Crazy got that bag. He living all the way in Cali, but you making a living for yourself and you trying to be better for you. But now you got and then Wale got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things as you know. You don't want to always go back to the hood and then got to worry about damn. I can't even be myself because if I wear this, they gonna rob me. Same people that was with me, they gonna line me up. And if I do this, so now you see a lot of rappers when they go back to the hood, they in sweatpants, they in jogger suits. They don't even want to wear no jewelry or nothing because
they got all their shit tucked.
My opinion on Wale, like Wale, I fuck with Wale. It's just like I don't feel like he be putting on the artists in the city. You get like other cities like Gotti and Memphis, he putting on people in Memphis, Florida. Like I feel like DC, like.
But he don't have his own though. That's the thing.
What you mean?
That's the thing. Like, does Wale have his own record label?
No, he did. It was the board administration. He was doing it though. I don't know what happened.
The deal.
But no, I don't even know.
Even if he don't have a record label, he could still get these
put
artists
people in front of people.
Yeah, put people in front of people.
But like, see, the thing is, like, that's where the power of a sub label comes from. Because if you're just an artist and you don't have a label, it's kind of you got to move within certain red tape. Like, it's not gonna be easy to be able to put somebody on and shit like that because the label ain't fucking with them.
But it's easy to call your mans and be like, yo, Ross, I got a big ass showcase in DC. I got a couple of artists. Yeah. If you could stop by and just do a walkthrough 30 minutes just to hear an artist, it ain't nothing for him to make that call. So I get it.
He
you
cool
know.
with, you know.
I mean,
best way is to go get a sub label. Cause if your label can sign under a parent label, this, that, and third, like Maybach Music, they sign under Universal.
Yeah.
They're gonna get the back and then the distribution or whatever. So therefore, they're gonna operate with whatever Ross dictate because that's his own shit.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So like you have the resources available. Like that's why them sub labels like Gotti. Gotti is signed with whoever he signed with, but he still got his shit.
Right.
And that's why he's able to put on Moneybag, yo. And Black Youngster and shit like that. Like when you get like even with Nelly had to go do his shit and get in the St. Lunatics label and shit. Right. That's the only way that his team could really operate as artists because of the sub label and shit. I mean, and that's why most teams when you see them and they moving as their team, they represent their label. Like if you can negotiate that type of deal with your parent label, which first you got to be able to produce those numbers. Like Wale is signed, he's with MMG or whatever, but you don't really hear too much shit from Wale like that though. You don't. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's all about the numbers. So the people that's like Meek has that push. So now Dream Chasers has that ability to go grab motherfuckers. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And if Scooter didn't get killed, Scooter would have been on the Dream Chasers.
Rip up next, man.
You get what I'm saying? So like, you know what I mean? Like,
if I was you, I wouldn't even worry about nobody else. Worry about you. You feel me? Worry about yourself.
I'm worried about myself. You know what I'm saying? That was just my opinion on Wale because like these, like everybody got their opinion on Wale in DC. Like even my mother got her opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna put all that out there. They just Wale just Wale to me. You know what I'm saying? Like he put on for he started the gateway for DC artists. I'm gonna say that he did.
Okay.
He really did.
Okay.
I ain't really find out about Wale until I heard back when he was still local, right before he got his deal.
For real?
When he did the Sean Taylor joint.
I ain't even hip to that.
He did a little joint, but he was beefing with Boss Man or whatever up here and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but
but this next track that you that you sent in what is it called? Till I'm 40. Before we jump,
shit.
Before we jump into Till I'm 40, since the time is winding down, I really want to know the backstory of that.
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you.
Right.
I was in the stew, heard a beat. I was on some regular shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I was in the stew. I heard a beat, and like I made a concept. That's when I first started going through my little bullshit. You could hear it in the song in the beginning, but the beat crank. I was in the stew. I was like 40, this, 40 that. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to make a song, see how people feel about it. That did numbers too. Next to AKs and Heartbreaks, 40 like a turn up song. You know what I'm saying? People like, oh my god, like it's like it's a cool club type vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah.
So you're saying it's a club banger?
Yeah.
Who produced that?
Oh, King Lee boy. He from DC. Yeah, DC producer. Shout out to the DC producers, man.
And we definitely gonna post your video up because you have a video for that Till I'm 40 out right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long ago did you put this video out?
A year. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. It was directed by YSC, right?
Yeah, another DC videographer.
Keep it all local, man.
Right. That's what I'm
Bring
saying.
it back to the city,
Keeping
man.
the money in house. That's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna jump into that next track. It's by your boy Crazy Montana. He's in the building, and this track is called Till I'm 40.
The radio.
Sugar.
40 guns. I'm 40 homicides. I got it like it go back. I'm in the trap till I'm 40. I got a Glock, it's a 40. Tell her I don't want no wedding ring. Cause I'm in the trap till I'm 40. That bitch say that she adore me. That bitch really that she know me. How many bitches I'm fucking with? I tell that bitch it's about 40. Chopping it out till I'm 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 40. I'm in the club with my 40. I'm in the club with my 40. Tell them niggas do not fuck with me, cause I'ma shoot them with the 40. I'm stuck in the trap with my 40. Coolin', I'm drinking the 40. My 40, that bitch got a 30. I'll do a nigga dirty. I'm up in the store and I'm trapped. Everything bad on the map. Niggas out here looking for me. Someone tell them where I'm at. I got lots of friends. One named Benjamin, one named Jackson, one named Washington. Hey, I want a feature. Boy, I'm taxing. I can't love again. I can't even say what even happened. Crazy, do you love these bitches? Nah, I just fucking pass them. Shorty, my shoes, that's a 40. What I got on it is foreign. I'm looking for a little shorty. If she ain't foreign, she boring. Shorty, my shoes, that's a 40. What I got on it is foreign. I'm looking for a little shorty. If she ain't foreign, she boring. Damn. I'm in the trap till I'm 40. I got a Glock, it's a 40. Tell her I don't want no wedding ring. Cause I'm in the trap till I'm 40. That bitch say that she adore me. That bitch really think she know me. How many bitches I'm fucking with? I tell that bitch it's about 40. Chopping it out till I'm 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 40. I'm in the club with my 40. I'm in the club with my 40. Tell them niggas do not fuck with me, cause I'ma shoot them with the 40. I just been chopping and shit. I fell in love with the shit. Selling drugs is my career. I'm the trapper of the year. I got loco in this bitch. I got Lil Ree in this bitch. We just be coolin' and shit. We be finessing your bitch. I'm in the trap till I'm 45. I got a band-aid on my eye. Everybody keep on asking why, cause it really help when a nigga cry. I just be missing my bro. Why the fuck did they take bro? They tryna do me like bro, so I keep a gun everywhere that I go. I'm stuck in the trap like a mouse, but I will never be a rat. Little nigga, shut your mouth, or I'm putting bullets in your head. Bet number 1 doing numbers, but bet number 2 gon' be better. I'm really flexing on my ex bitch, cause my new bitch pussy is water. Ew. I'm in the trap till I'm 40. I got a Glock, it's a 40. Tell her I don't want no wedding ring, cause I'm in the trap till I'm 40. That bitch say that she adore me. That bitch really think she know me. How many bitches I'm fucking with? I tell that bitch it's about 40. Chopping it out till I'm 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 40. I'm in the club with my 40. I'm in the club with my 40. Tell them niggas do not fuck with me, cause I'ma shoot them with the 40.
Right.
Think about it,
Yeah.
damn, yo.
Yeah, like that shit.
I ain't gonna lie. I felt some kind of way at first. 'Cause I'm old as fuck. You talking some trap till you 40.
Nah, but he ain't lying. Though.
20 more years ago, brother.
He ain't lying out here.
Right.
Well, before you
Hold on.
step out, we want everybody to know where they can follow all of you. So if you go down the line, I mean, we can start from the far and let Crazy Montana close it out.
Go ahead. Yeah, at Steve AK Money, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube.com/Steve AK Money.
Right. Any new projects coming out, you could throw that in there too.
Yeah, I got No Cosigns 2 coming out. No Cosigns, I just dropped. You know what I'm saying? I got Crazy on there, Shy Glizzy on there, Light Show on there. You know what I'm saying?
Check them out.
A couple good men from the, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
way.
putting in work.
So we're just putting in work from Montgomery County for real.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Okay.
All right, my go. All right, I'm the manager. You can follow me on just about every social media at straight_RAWW, straight raw. And all right, so I'm gonna just tell y'all now. We got Trapped in the Stew 3 coming soon.
Oh yeah, Trapped in the Stew number 3, man.
Straight freestyle.
Straight freestyle.
One of your favorite rappers beats.
I'm exposing niggas.
Okay.
That's live on No Sugar. No Sugar get it first.
Snap.
I'm exposing
You heard it
niggas.
first.
There's no cut cards on Trapped in the Stew 3.
You heard it here first.
You know we want to get that cop. You say no cut cards, man, exposing people. We got to play that. We're gonna start some shit.
We like physical things, so we take the mixtapes. Like what we're about to do is we're doing some construction. We're gonna build a wall, and we're gonna dedicate it to the artists that come through here. As you can see, Metro Cartel came through here. They from DC too. And you know what I'm saying? We like to build with the artists. We like to have relationships. We want to be able to be that home for you guys to come and show love and feel like it's home. Like you're going to get what it is that you came for and more, like Ty said. So you know what I'm saying? We definitely appreciate y'all coming through. Blessing the mic, blessing us with y'all music and everything, man. Like for real, we appreciate that.
In case y'all ain't know, man, this is now home for y'all. You get what I'm saying?
That's love right there.
Platform for underground artists, man. Whenever y'all got shit popping and the events, just hey, hit us up, man.
And you will come through. You will be invited at some point because we're getting ready to start our own showcase. Yeah. It's getting ready to go down in the DMV. It's not even
turn shit up.
First quarter
niggas ain't doing it the way they supposed to do it out here.
We got ciphers. We got showcases coming the first quarter 2018. Don't worry, you'll get the email.
I got a question.
And the good thing is we only showing love to artists who show love to No Sugar Radio because we believe in one hand washes the other. So and it's no shade to no other artists, but you can't expect to get and you ain't giving either. So you know we pay attention. We pay attention to the artists who email us, who's real consistent, the artists who are grinding because those are the artists that need to have that platform and need the exposure. All you other artists that think shit is for free because you know this rapper, you know that rapper, fuck out of here.
Listen.
Fuck out of
Message.
here.
Like they already made it and shit.
Yeah, right. They already made it, but you know, it's on you, Crazy. You close it out. Let everybody know.
Oh wait, you had a question, right?
Yeah.
What was your question?
So let's say we got a new single we want to drop. We can send that to y'all for y'all to drop on.
Oh
here?
yeah,
definitely.
Oh yeah.
That was a question.
I don't even know why that was a question.
That was a question.
I wasn't here when y'all first talked.
It's your world. It's your world. At the end of the day, that email is free. We have our staff. We monitor that, and we go through and do what it is that we need to do because we want to make sure that you guys get what you need.
Yeah.
Okay.
That exposure. So that's what this platform is for. Of course, we are closed on Mondays. All right. We try to put our hours out there because people don't respect business hours. When you own some shit, you set your own hours.
Hey, we own this shit.
When you own some shit, you set your own hours. So we are closed on Mondays. So don't
Crazy
expect
shit is
a
we
response.
close here, but we do other shit.
You know what
like
I'm saying?
it's like no days off. You know, it's no days off when you an artist or you in the limelight. It's no days off. If you really want to grind like that. You can't even take a Monday off. You can say you off, but you
get
ain't.
set back like 6 days. I'm chilling on that right now. I got this though. That's how I really go.
Dude, especially if you ain't got you got kids. I hope you ain't got no kids.
I ain't got no kids,
I got
man.
kids.
I don't have no
Ladies,
kids.
he ain't got kids, and he in the stew.
He trapped in the stew.
Yeah, man, you hear me?
So we're gonna let you close it out, Crazy. We're gonna let you close it out.
Man, follow me at Crazy Montana on Instagram and Crazy with 2 Y's Montana on Twitter. Shout out No Sugar Radio. They made me feel home, man. If you need to do an interview, drop your music, Oh, just have fun. Come hit up No Sugar Radio, man.
He ain't nervous no more. He came in here. What you talking about? I didn't take my jacket off.
That man had a jitterbug when he came through.
Everything.
And you sitting in the same seat Rico Nasty was in. You know that, right?
Real talk.
Right.
She was
That's
sitting right
blessing.
there.
She was sitting right there,
And her
man.
manager was
HD
sitting right
too.
there.
HD, right?
And
HD
HD was sitting right there too. For real. Like this is
you
real
in that
talk.
Just don't smell a seat when you get up. You get it?
Hey,
he funny as shit.
That was wild.
Fuck around, get pink eyes for shit. Like that.
So you already,
That was wild.
you already know that when you in No Sugar Radio, anything can be said, anything can happen. Y'all better hope we don't get no strip pole in here. Y'all better hope we don't do all this shit. Anything can happen, but we gonna jump into this next track and let Crazy Montana be on his way since he spent all of his time here with No Sugar Radio. We want to make sure he get home in one piece. We gonna jump into this next track. Of course, it's called Silk Robes and Blazing, and we out at this point. Who the fuck is?
Hey, yo.
Shit?
Oh no, who was that?
That shit was
Crazy Montana.
Yeah, that was scary shit, right?
Bring no spirits in here, man.
See, you brought the crazy shit.
But nah. Hey, Bob.
We gonna jump into this next track by rap artist Swerve. It's called Silk Robes and Blazing. Crazy Montana and your whole crew. We appreciate y'all
man.
coming
Appreciate
through.
y'all, man.
We appreciate you. If you got any singles that's coming out, you want to drop it, definitely let us know. We gonna give you all our information. Take a card, get the
Take a
email,
card.
everything. We try and show
We're
love
here
to
for y'all, the
everybody.
artists.
So.
If y'all got artists that come with y'all know any artists that need that exposure, that platform,
Even
that's what we here
entrepreneurs.
for. Entrepreneurs.
Oh, yeah.
If they got businesses and they need to get out there, especially in our communities.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But they
Let
gotta
us
be
know.
serious with it.
Yeah.
So that's what we here for.
Cause we will roast their ass.
Oh, nah. All right, then let me bring somebody up here so I can roast their ass. It's like, nah. It's like, nah. It's like, nah.
On
Boy,
that
I'm
note,
about to get you, boy.
on that note, we
Right.
jumping into some music. Man.
Let's get it. No Sugar Radio, man.
Yeah, strictly slick shit. Dropping this summer 2017, baby. In the meantime, I'm gonna need you to light one up to this. Silk robes and blazing, hold my blunt while I slay this. Got bitches in Balenciaga fragrance. Michael Kors slides, I hold the rim placement. Hold her head back while she facing it. Giving that all natural facelift. Twisting her tongue while she tasting it. If you wasn't my girl, I have to pay for this. Split a pack, pop it down the back. Empty out the guts, then roll it back, babe. I'm just trying to smoke for days. Sip the champagne under sun rays. But sunny days got expiration dates. Might as well just spin them faded. Birthday suits down in the Caymans. Tropics, kid, exotic shit. I'm talking tropical trees for your party, bitch. Partly to blame for my misdirection. But masterpieces don't need correcting. Crooked spine, that's how I left her. Curled up on the bed, asking where her dress is. Thrown across the mirror on top the dresser. Young and restless, young and blessed shit. Like I don't give a damn who you think the best is. All I really do is just come correct. Like I'm doing good, but I'm not blowing checks. Doing better, but I owe my old connect. So it's back and forth on the interstate. Light it up, let it ventilate. Deep breaths, have it circulate. Circulate. Ain't nothing changed, man. Silk robes and blazing. Hold my blunt while I slay this. Got bitches in Balenciaga fragrance. Michael Kors slides, I hold the rim placement. Hold her head back while she facing it. Giving that all natural facelift. Twisting her tongue while she tasting it. If you wasn't my girl, I have to pay for this. Circumcise your insecurities. Scrutinize these rappers' jewelry. Fraudulent facades they putting on. Fraudulent facades still get applause. Like fuck the clause, son, read the fine print. Fuck the law, I'm on borrowed time here. Out my mind, dear moves in the night on some grind to shine. 9 to 5, bitch, please. I'm a hustler. I'ma put the squeeze on them. Gangstar. Make some deposits, that's a bank star. Delusions of grandeur. She's packing the bags. I'm like, wait, ma, you know I ain't finished. State calling me about that sentence. I'm just making plans to go missing. Trying to see if you with him. Yeah, baby, you with him? See if you with him. See if you with him. You and me, we can walk around the house in silk robes and blaze all day. Down on the Pacific, you know? Yeah. Just somewhere out the way. Yeah. Yeah, silk robes and blazing. Hold my blunt while I slay this. Got bitches in Balenciaga fragrance. Michael Kors slides to hold the rim placement. Hold her hair back while I'm facing it. Giving that all natural facelift. She twisting her tongue while she tasting it. Oh shit, I taste. Hey, hold up. Oh, wait, I'm done. Oh.
Ooh.
They didn't want to do that.
Oh, they don't want to do that. Don't do it.
Do that. How you do that there?
Don't do it.
Don't do
Yes, you are now tuned to the No Sugar Radio. We are back. We had the boy Crazy Montana in the building. Make sure y'all go follow him.
Please.
Crazy Montana. Y'all find him on our social media, everything, videos on our like page, business page, all types of
all
pages.
that.
We done exposed them,
Twitter,
put them
Man,
all
really
out
crazy,
there.
but not crazy.
Right. There's a
Yeah,
message
crazy.
behind the name, and don't call him Joe or Jimmy Montana. No
None of that.
type of
Tony,
none of that.
He ain't none of that. He's just crazy.
Right.
He's just crazy, and that's what he do, man. And shout out to him and the whole team, man.
Yeah,
Right,
definitely
right.
check that man out, man, because he really taking what he do serious. What a lot of you artists need to start doing, taking your shit serious.
Right.
Man's fucking creative.
But do you gotta curl your lip up like that when you say
I
it?
do, because that's the way they really want to hear me and understand. They gotta see the words coming out my mouth.
Based on the damn dentistry that he got.
Right.
Jesus
And my whole-
Christ. But we need to definitely switch that that live around. If y'all, I know it's a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
tuned in on the
Looking at
live
the back
right
of my
now.
neck right now.
Right.
Miss,
He said looking at the back of his neck right now. We're down to the last 20 minutes of the show, so y'all already know what topic we about to jump into.
Yeah.
You know, y'all already know it's that entrepreneurial topic. King, I'm gonna let you introduce the topic.
So me and Crash, we were having a conversation earlier, and he brought something up to me in regards to entrepreneurs, whether it be artists or whoever, and being able to how do you say it?
Jump ship. Jump ship.
So pretty much.
Yeah.
Let me break this down real
You
quick.
do it. You really brought it up.
Overall, the thing is, switching your lane to make the exit change. So right now, a lot of entrepreneurs, no matter what they're doing, they have this stipulation in their mind where though they gotta strictly 100% fully stick to what they're doing in their business, their goals, their dreams, whatever they're doing. They feel like, okay, if I can't afford to make it, then I'm giving up. I can't do it. Then it's either okay after that. It's like they give up on their dreams, their goals, whatever. It's like, okay, I'm gonna stick to this 9 to 5 because I can't make it. I know I can't make it. Even when it's going to college or getting a certain degree, like they give up because I don't have that money. So, with that being said, let me start with you, Troy.
Oh shoot!
What are some things that individuals can do? Like
that who?
Individuals.
Okay.
Whether it be their goals,
Right, because I don't know what he said either.
Had to bring that shit. All right, you said what are some things that individuals can do to
pretty much like when it comes to like switching that lane, to get that extra change. Because I know people probably in their mind right now. What do you mean switch your lane to get some change? Like I'm not.
Well,
right. What do you mean?
One. Never move messy. That's one right there. A lot of people they jump ship or whatever it is. People. It's hard for people to take you serious if the way you move is shaky. You get what I'm saying? Like you gotta move for the best interest of you, not for the influence of somebody else. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes down to securing the bag for your future, you gotta really examine your opportunity on where you are. Like just like going back to what we just said about Wale, or you making it mainstream. You move out of the hood. Well, you're in the hood, but you got a dream that's more cost efficient than the hood. You get what I'm saying? Then when you look at growing up and raising families and for your own personal safety and just for the betterment of life because you haven't had this type of lifestyle, you relocate and move out Cali or Vegas or down Miami or somewhere tropical. You get what I'm saying? You start examining like this is for the betterment of me. Right. I don't care about what people think about me, because at the end of the day, they not paying my bills. So when you want to move for your best interest. Examine your situation and see how can this better my future. Next thing is be professional about it. You don't gotta announce everything. You don't have an explanation to give to anybody. Right. Unless it directly involves those within your immediate team. Whether you got a manager or whether you have a business partner or whether it's your family. This is something, or your spouse or your children. This is a conversation that you sit down and have with those particular individuals. I'm like, look, let me talk this over with you all before I make this move. Because sometimes we can move and act prematurely based off of our first gut instinct, but it sounds good, but we haven't thought it all the way through. We just looking at the finished product of it instead of really understanding the process. Then we move, not realizing that, damn, we ain't closed the chapter here or whatever the case is. So you want to sit down and have those ideas and have those conversations with people who can give you an unbiased advice or whatever the case is to help you better make the right decision for that. So I would say, move professional. Make sure that whatever move that you decide to jump ship, even when it came down to Dwayne Wade and LeBron and them, like if they felt like it was best for them to go back, regardless of what the city or all their fans thought of financially, or whether it's, hey, I really don't want to live all the way in Miami and my daughter's here in Cleveland. I'd rather just play for this team because at the end of the day, I'm not worried about the paycheck. I'm worried about being more involved in my child's life. Right. You got to examine those type of situations. So that's what I would say. Examine your situation first before you make any move and see. But because everybody's not going to understand it. And they don't have to. But as long as it works out for you and whoever's attached to you, that's all that should matter.
Right. Definitely agree with that. Definitely agree.
That's something.
I surprised my damn self saying that.
You see how in depth he went with that?
I didn't even know that was
I didn't know he had that in him.
Shit, that happened when you cut your hang time off.
So what you think, King?
I don't know. Like when it's so many different things that you could do. Like we are in a society in a time where information is so free. So I don't think that there's really any excuse outside of you being like not really having arms and legs to be able to do something more or to be able to switch up. It's really knowing what your niche is first and foremost, because at the end of the day, like if you endeavor to do something in that field, you always have to have some type of, push, something that's there, a reason why you want to do that. And I was watching an Eddie Murphy snippet, like one of those little meme videos, and Eddie Murphy said that he wanted to get into the show business. He didn't want to do anything else. It's kind of counterproductive to the topic, but Eddie Murphy is a different person. He's already achieved success, and that's him. He said that he did not want to do anything else. He wanted to be in show business. He did not have a fallback plan. Why? Because he knew in his head, he was crazy enough to believe that that's exactly what he wanted to do, and he was not willing to settle to do anything else.
Right.
So he pushed as hard as he could, and he fell on hard times, and he fell on, lost out on opportunities and things like that, and he still lucked up and ended up exactly where he wanted to be because he did not quit. Regardless to whether sometimes it's not about the money.
Right.
Sometimes it's really about the change of scenery. Sometimes it's just you need that mindset change. You can change scenery in your mind from negative to positive. And that right there will change your whole life. If you change things in your head, everything else will follow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
either way, he still changed one of his lanes, whether it be his mindset, his career.
Maybe
how you look at it.
In a sense, but it's really about what it is that you're trying to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own thing. And and what we do as entrepreneurs sometimes, and I'm guilty of it, we try to knock people for what they do and don't do. And we don't really look at it like, okay, what are you doing? We don't give back, because we're so focused on our business that you see a person and you're not willing to actually take that 5 seconds to sit down and say, listen, I've been watching you for a little while. I've been seeing what you've been doing. I think that I could help you with this if you're willing to learn. Sometimes we don't get over that. Sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes. And you know what I'm saying? That's just a reality. So when we get over ourselves as entrepreneurs and we're willing to open up to receive help and to give help, we are able to switch because you're open to learning new things. Once you close your mind, it's like, what the fuck? You can't do anything else because you're limited to what you have in your head. And sometimes the best decisions that you've ever made in your life is because of where you are at that point in your life. You can't grow from where you are if you're not willing to take in more.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's my take on it. Open up and be able to give and receive. And that's how you get your blessings. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. What about you, Tab?
Well, make sure the change is for the better. Make sure the change is a positive change for you and your household. And that's as an entrepreneur, that's the only thing that matters to me. Like, make sure the change is for the betterment of you, your household, and the people that you are helping. You know, don't make that change, whether it's a mindset, it's a change in the mindset, or it's a change in whatever avenue you take as far as financial goes. Whatever it is, just make sure the change is a positive one, and it can help you and other people, because some people make change and they do get selfish, you know, and it could be for many reasons. But I know as an entrepreneur, all the changes that I made within myself, whether it's a mental, whether it's financial, whether it's location, whatever it is, it was for the betterment of me, because you only have one life. And I hate when people act like they're cats and they have 9 lives. Like they can just die today, come back tomorrow and redo the shit over. You only have one life. So, you know, even if you're not an entrepreneur, or you're seeking to be one, or you're just a regular 9-to-5er. Whatever change you make, whether it's a position change in your job, whether it's, you know, either if you step down, that's a change you made to make it better for you, or if you change locate, whatever it is, if it helps you and your kids and you have the responsibility to either you a mentor or anything like that, and just make sure that the change is not a selfish change. Make sure that you know you're doing it to better yourself, and to also help others. So, you know, us making that change with No Sugar, just the whole transition from moving to one location to the next, that was a change that we had to make for ourselves, because we have to grow, and it's nothing against anyone else. We have to grow. If we don't grow, then the people around us don't grow, then the artists don't grow, and we're just condoning the fact that staying in one lane is okay, and we don't want to condone that, because you can do multiple things and have multiple lanes but still have the same purpose or the same message that you're trying to shoot for. So, you know, that's my take on it. Like, just make sure it's a positive thing, and it's not hurting anyone, you know, including yourself in the process. So, you know, that's really it. I mean, any entrepreneurs that are tuning in right now and you know they want to you know add value to what we're saying as far as, you know, the change situation, you know, make sure y'all tune in, comment on the live, you know, because there's a lot of artists who started off rapping or started off singing, and they want to kind of convert to a different lane, a different genre, you know, but they don't want to do the change because other people were probably trying to think that they're on the bandwagon of other artists, or that's not what they're capable of doing. We've seen it happen. We've seen, you know, from hundreds of artists who made that switch. You know, the most shocking switch to me was when Nelly made the switch from being that to country, when he wanted to do country music. You know, that was a big shocker to me, but the change was better for him. He knew that attacking both lanes was going to help where he was going in his path.
I didn't know that.
You know,
yeah, he did that. He had that song with was that Tim McGraw, and that's where it started.
That's where it started. Yep,
and
that's where it jumped off.
You know, and he got into that pop scene, and you know what I'm saying, his song, like, what was that, Sweat, and the Sweatsuit.
Yeah,
you know,
the Sweatsuit, the double album.
That's when he started crossing over, and he started having that crossover appeal.
And you know, Nicki Minaj as well. You know, her going from being a rap artist to being pop.
Right.
You know, that was a quick transition, because she knew her character and what she wanted to portray to the world and to the Barbies. That's her lane. Whoever don't like it, then that's on them. But she did what was best for her, what was best for her, you know, the people who are working for her, because obviously she's paying for them to eat as well. You know, so that's the, you know, that to back up what I was saying about making sure that the change is best for you and everybody around you, because, you know, if we make a change individually, we can't just go off of, you know, being selfish, just saying I'm going to make that change. We have to know that we're attached to No Sugar Radio, so whatever change we make, it have to be positive. That change has to be positive, and it has to benefit, you know, everyone. So, you know, I
definitely, you know, agree to what you're saying. That's even my perspective of how it is. Because, like, even throughout this week, I've been having all these conversations with individuals I had one conversation with a guy in New Orleans. You know, he said, you know, he wanted music is his dream, it's his goal.
Right.
You know, but right now it's hard for him because of the fact he don't have these outlets or these people that he can reach out to, or he don't have the money, you know, to go to school and all that other stuff to reach his goal. And I'm like, bro, like, you're in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's other things you can do to make financial funds to get you in these studios or do these certain things. You know, you don't have to be strictly, you know, just involved in music. Like, you can say, hey, you know, sell cases of water, or if you drive, you know, drive Uber or Lyft, whatever, you know what I mean? And take those funds and put them towards your dream.
Broadcast and sow into your future. It's nobody's job or obligation to sow into your future. You're high if you think it's your parents' fault.
Yeah.
Like, you know what kills me? Like, people will be like, I had this conversation with my mother. You know, my mother talks to me about a lot of things. And she said to me, I'm not going to be blamed for no adult as to why they are the way that they are. I'm not going to allow you to blame me when you are damn near 30, 40. Blame me for what I didn't give you when you was 10 and 12. What the fuck did you give yourself from the time you turned 18? What did you give yourself?
That stops at 18.
You get what I'm saying? What did you give yourself? Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't talk to me like I'm one of these people, you know what I'm saying, I'm supposed to. And that goes for anybody, family, friends, whoever. Don't talk to me like I was supposed to. I wasn't there. I wasn't in the right position to do certain things. You can't knock me for that now because, first of all, you got to be doing better than me for you to be able to say something to me about here and now. If you're not, shut up.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit kills me.
Right.
And that's how I look at life. Like, you know, like, how the hell are you not in a better position than me? You trying to tell me.
Right. Even still, if you're going to point the blame, what are you doing now to make yourself better? I don't sit there, oh, my mom used to do this, and my mom did that, and you're still, like, you're making this excuse as to why your life is the way it is now.
But your mother living in California.
Right.
So, I mean, with some entrepreneurs, I think the reason why they don't want to make change is because they're so worried about what other people might say, and then they're stuck into the lane that they're, like, I know there's some that's out there that don't really want to switch lanes because of fear.
Well, they might lose focus.
Fear. They you know, when they're so used to getting money somewhere else, when it comes to financial, when they're so used to getting money here,
they can't take those.
You know, it's like
that.
you know, why should I change platforms or change whatever I'm doing when it's working here? But you have to think
long term.
You know what I'm saying? It's always good, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like what people fail to realize is money can always change. Money can increase or decrease. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you have to always, even if your money's increasing, you have to always plan for if it ever decreases. You gotta have another avenue. Like, yo, this well is gonna run dry someday, somehow. Who knows? It might be tomorrow, might be 20, 30 years from now. What's the backup in case this avenue shuts down? You know what I'm saying? And see, fear. You're gonna have fear when being an entrepreneur. Or just being in business, period. You're going to have fear.
Right.
But the only way for you to overcome that fear is to really test the waters and really see what's for you and what's not. Because, like, that avenue that you're so content in, if this is the only skill that you know, this is the only way you know how to move.
You're going to be fucked up.
When the times change, you're going to be fucked.
Or if you're not willing to adapt to the times. That's what kills a lot of entrepreneurs nowadays too. So, you know, with that being said, we got about 3 minutes left. We don't like to spill over, but again, we own this shit, so we do what we want. But we're gonna stay within the time limits now. So, Ty, what you got for us?
I'm gonna run that focus, getting it back, because you know every time we end the entrepreneur topic, we gotta put everybody in another spirit of getting it. Just go get it. The money, just go get it. You feel me? So this is No Sugar Radio. Tune in next Sunday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Focus, getting it.
Hey.
Now, when it comes to money, all my niggas getting it. When we poppin' bottles, all my niggas sippin'. Never a day that we trippin'. Time is money, clock is ticking. We on the grind all the time. We about to see the riches. Now, when it comes to money, all my niggas getting it. When we poppin' bottles, all my niggas sippin'. Never a day that we trippin'. Time is money, clock is ticking. We on the grind all the time. We about to see the riches. broke is yo, that's something my crew can never forget. That's why we on the grind all the time on point, sharp. Habitat, my crew, they don't play by the block or play by the strip. Because of your work, getting that money, enhancing our skills toward it. Every day we get that green, the dollar bill. Haters come around, we block them, electromagnetic force field. Haters, I ain't lying, I'm just keeping it real. We gotta act like so for real to know the deal. Not loyalty, runs deep in us, like in encryption. In order to get in, you gotta fit the right description. Time to being fake will get you replaced like a person that is missing. We heading towards success, increasing money we getting. Now, when it comes to money, all my niggas getting it. When we popping bottles, all my niggas sipping. Never a day that we tripping. Time is money, clock is ticking. We on the grind all the time. We about to see the riches. Now, when it comes to money, all my niggas getting it. When we popping bottles, all my niggas sipping. Never a day that we tripping. Time is money, clock is ticking. We on the grind all the time. We about to see the riches. Our music, Wi-Fi, spread it around like a hot spot. Every time we set, we rep. I said my label top block, giving orders out to my team. They follow them well, just like SWAT team code. Keep your head above water, get money, stay top notch. Keep the movement continuous. In other words, that means not